You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What is up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sport Podcast. The home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. A little chilly, Edward. We're chilly. We're rugged up. Back. It's a Tuesday. Long weekend. Shout out to the king. Hope he's doing well. But yeah, we're doing Tuesday. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you so much. Felix in the room still hasn't said it to me.
Ooh.
Still hasn't said it to me. Cody Totes in the room still hasn't said it to me. Just,
and I made a point of bringing it up when I saw you.
You walked in, you went, happy birthday, dude. No, thanks, man. And then Topple was like, oh, shit, happy birthday. Cody Totes, Felix, just like, fuck you, dude.
Is that a respect thing?
I think it is. I mean, it feels like, or lack thereof.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tell
Cody
you what,
still hasn't said it.
I know. He's making a rule point.
He's really digging his heels.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, mate.
There might be some whips getting cracked.
I mean, like, it's just...
look the fuck out the Sabo.
Yeah. It's a very, like, you know, it's a basic human right, I think, just to say happy birthday to your mate.
A BHR?
Basic human right. But yeah, 35. It's a privilege to age, Edward. So that's how I look at it.
Yep.
It's a privilege.
Well, I mean, it's a sign that you were honoured to have been given another lap round the sun.
It's
mate.
a privilege.
You know?
Yeah. I did have a bad back yesterday, which felt right.
That feels accurate. That feels play on.
Built bunk beds for my kids. It was real dad shit.
Oh, but that's back stuff.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's back stuff.
That's back stuff, dude. Backs go in the same manner, always. My back will go if Ella's shopping. It just knows.
Yeah.
It just knows. It knows immediately.
Yeah.
If I'm shopping with Ella and there's no boyfriend/husband seat, you know what I'm talking about, pun.
Fucking earth.
If they aren't in every store, my back goes immediately.
And you know what? Not all husband seats created equal. Like, let's make it something comfortable. Like, do you want my wife to spend money in your store? Then it's important that I am comfortable.
Yes.
Because otherwise I'm going to get the fuck out of here, right? Or I'm going to be like kicking my heels. I'm going to start stomping like the chicken wedding crash. I'm going to hold my breath and stamp my feet until I pass out.
I'm going to stomp. I'm going to stomp all over you if you don't give me a fucking seat. I'm going to call a couple out. I'm going to call a couple out.
Dude.
Give me a cuck seat. Give me a nice cuck seat and I can watch.
My wife
and
get
I can
fucked
watch.
by clothes.
And I can watch.
Yeah.
H&M, Zara, off the top of the dome. No seats in the fucking joint.
Cuck
and
seats.
they're massive.
Yeah.
Bro. Massive.
You should have like a
H&M's 4 fucking levels, mate.
Cuck's row, Cuck's corner, where we can sit there and just chill out.
Where are the cuck seats at?
Put them near the change rooms. They walk out. What do you think of this? Bang.
Yeah.
Thumb up, thumb down.
Mate, I often, when we go shopping, Ella goes, oh, why don't you go look at the men's stuff? I'm like, yeah, sweet. I'm not looking at the men's stuff. I'm looking for a seat.
I'm looking for a cuck chair.
I'm looking for a seat, and I won't stop till I found one.
No.
So I'm doing laps of this bitch until I find a seat.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at clothes.
But
I've
your
got to be in the
back
mood to
knows.
look at clothes.
Your back knows.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I could be... I was hiking around Tasmania on the weekend, mate. You know what I mean? Doing big Ks. Back was fine.
Yeah.
Tiny little bit tight at the end. Before, like a 4-hour hike, a little bit of tightness, nothing crazy. I can be shopping for 45 minutes, no bullshit. Bang.
Back's gone.
I gotta get down in like a little ball to stretch it out.
They say that the stomach is the second brain, but I think the back might be the third brain.
The back's a third brain, mate. A man back.
Yeah.
A good, honest man back.
Yeah.
Don't know about Sheila back. I don't know if they have the same issues.
I'm not sure whether they do. Well, theirs is probably like as soon as you want to do something, it's probably just the inverse, right? Like whenever we're doing something we want to do, but it's maybe not the back. It's like a headache.
Well, as soon as you want to go to the pub, they get sick.
Yeah, that's it.
Feel sick.
Or just go anywhere, to be honest. Yeah. It's like, oh, I've got to go do this thing for work, which might be fun. Oh, really? I'm suddenly very unwell.
Stiff shit, because I've now got my glands are up.
Yeah.
Okay? My back's hurting. Yeah. Is that cancer? And
I'm so tired.
Yep.
I'm so tired, and I'm feeling really,
I've got a headache.
Really sick.
No, I feel sick.
Yeah.
And I didn't sleep well.
No.
I didn't tell you that until right now.
No. I may not have mentioned, you may not know this, but I had an awful night's sleep. I had a nightmare where you cheated on me, and I think I was in a car accident yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'll wake up to Ella sobbing because I've cheated on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
Yeah, what the fuck do you want me to do about that?
So that's their thing. Our thing is back while shopping.
Yes.
Which, even though I've been working with the great and the powerful, the incomparable
Jeff Athletic,
who has fixed my back, he hasn't fixed it when I'm shopping.
No.
Again, It's not when I'm shopping, it's when Ella's shopping and I don't want to be shopping.
Yeah.
That's when it hurts.
That's when it hurts. And I don't know that there's anyone on earth that can fix that. You certainly aren't going to be able to stop my back from hurting while I'm putting together a fucking bunk bed. I can tell you that.
No, that's man shit too.
I'm
surprised you didn't film that. It was your birthday. It
was my birthday.
Day
it
off.
was a fucking... Evie was hopping in and out.
Day off.
It was just... No, not even day off because I wanted to. As much because I wanted to brag about it, but... Which is like not really much of a brag, if we're being honest. Actually, it was embarrassing. My mum goes, "You did this yourself? That's very impressive." I'm like, it actually makes me feel worse about it because it's really not that hard. But what I did enjoy was about a third of the way through, just sort of screwdriving some screws in. Then I was like, wait a minute. I was given, and this is not an ad, but it is a throwback one, AEG Power Tools. I was given a couple of drills, an impact driver and a drill, which have just sat there collecting dust. Daddy went and fired them up.
Until they collect dust until they need to get fired up.
Yeah, and fuck, dude, it felt good to fire them up.
Were you
Come on, AEG Tools, fire up!
Were you impact driving? Or
No,
drilling.
just drilling.
You weren't driving?
No, no driving.
Right. That's I would have liked to have seen the man drive.
No. Well, now let me ask you this. I was just screwing in screws. That's just screwing in, right? That's not impact driving, is it? Is that impact driving?
I think you impact drive when you need a little bit of more grunt.
Yeah, I didn't need grunt for this thing.
That's my impression, again.
I do need a fucking toolbox though now. I'm accumulating too many tools.
So this is where it starts. This is where it starts, honestly, because like now you're a dad of two.
Yeah.
You're a man.
I'm constantly building shit.
You're
dude.
constantly building shit. You're going to need a toolbox, and then once you need a toolbox, you need somewhere to put the cunt.
somewhere to put.
So you need a shed.
I need a shed. It's toolbox. It's like drill or hammer.
Yep.
Then it's tools.
Yep.
And then it's like nails and shit.
Yep.
And
Then you need a
it's
shed.
a toolbox.
Yep.
And then it's a shed. Because with those AEG tools we got all these drill bits. They're in like a cool little box that like folds open and folds back in. Tell you why I'm not. I mean, there are many reasons why I'm not a man yet. Really soft podcast hands. Just
that
trying
ain't
to
changing, buddy.
Huh?
That ain't
No, that ain't changing. But trying to like, so the way this thing like opens like a book, these drill bits, and then they're all laying like in the case, and then to get them out, you have to like pop them up, so stick up like a honeymooner's dick. It takes tough man hands to like. I was like, "Fuck, am I going to break this thing trying to get it up?" And even Uncle Wiramu can attest. He was over there. He was like, "Oh, this doesn't feel like they're coming up properly." But like, I think it's just really calloused man hands that have like been just ripped apart through the. And it's just like you've got to wrench. This
You
shit.
need man hands. You need man hands, and we don't have them.
We don't have them.
You could have put a set of gloves on.
Yeah, but that again, like, you know, that wouldn't have looked good. That wouldn't have made me feel good at
Putting gloves on just to get
just
the
to
fucking
pop the
jewel
thing
bits
up.
right.
No,
That's
yeah.
not a good look.
Anyway, that was me, mate. How was Tassie?
Fucking beautiful, mate. It's such good living down there.
Yeah.
I just drank stouts the whole weekend.
Did you?
I would literally drown myself in stouts.
Waterboarding yourself.
I was not aware. And again, don't fucking shit down me throat, Masood style cunts. I would drink Guinness. That's all I drink. And I didn't know what Guinness were. I just knew that they were Guinness. You know what I mean? Can I get a Guinness, sir? That's what I like. I like Guinness. I like a dark and thick and in a pint. That's what I like. I didn't know that Guinness was stout. So when they didn't have Guinness, I was thrown a bit.
Oh, okay.
And then when I figured out that the Guinness is a stout, which is a form of ale, I was learning on the weekend. New man.
Yeah, right.
Because I could just go into any pub, even if they didn't have Guinness, I'd be like, get me a fucking stout,
stout
bruh.
me up.
Stout me up, buttercup.
It does feel like it makes sense just optically that a Guinness, a stout a Guinness.
I've never, outside of a Guinness, I've never had a stout in my life.
Right. Okay. That's.
I've been a lager man since time immemorial.
Yeah. No, and I too, but I am also a sucker for a stout of late. So Sebo. Seeing Sebo on his fucking...
Mate, he's on the Guinness cans, mate. He's on the Guinness. You know what that is, cunt? You know what's happening? We're getting old,
I
bro.
know, dude.
That's
It's
what
like-
starts happening. You start drinking that thick black stuff.
I know, but I was always like...
You couldn't have fucking paid me, cunt.
But like...
I couldn't get them down quick enough. I swear to God.
But pale ales I find too too heavy.
Don't like pale ale.
No, I know, but they're like a heavier... Do you know what I mean? They're like a heavier beverage.
Yeah, that's again, I don't know what's happening. But I couldn't I couldn't get stouts down quick enough yesterday. I had one at the airport. I lost my mind on stouts on the
way back.
On the way back.
Fucking hell.
I had a serious case of the stouts.
Yeah, you
on the
did,
weekend,
dude.
bro.
That's
I had 50 stouts. Couldn't get enough of them.
fucking hell.
I was loving them.
So-
I was saying no to some cocktails sometimes, which is unlike me.
No, that is. So just for
just
a
to
top
get a
in
couple
for a
of,
stout.
just to get a stout down me.
Fucking hell, mate. I don't mind a stout as much as the next guy.
Oh, I lost my mind.
No, I was in the cold barrel there just pounding Pinots. I had Pinots on the brain.
I had Reds, Pinot Noirs.
Yeah. I was fucking murdering Pinots on the weekend. In front of the fire in Barrel. Shout out to Streety for having us down there.
Mate, I like that cold. 5 degrees. Oof. You know you're alive.
Oh, cold as a witch's tit, dude.
You know you're alive.
I had the bloody jacket on, rugged up. You know what I had on? Just sorry, everyone. Back to me being a man. Blundstone boots. Dude.
Oh, thank God you got a bit of use for them.
Dude, and I made sure I did. Wet ground. It's like, it was a bit soggy, a bit rainy, a bit misty.
Thank God you got a bit of use.
I didn't take them off.
Is that the first time you wore them since
we
3
went
years
to,
ago?
Yeah, since we went to fucking Adelaide.
For no reason.
For what turned out to be for a photo. Yeah.
Did we post anything?
We post one photo of us in the Kubras in the lab fucking doing the... Yeah. We bought
fucking
Sebo
and Tobler got a nice free trip.
Did we stay down there?
Yes. We got Schooners
for
to
one
dinner.
night.
Yeah, that's right.
And Tobler had his first Negroni.
That's right.
It's delicious.
Anyway, dude, my Blundstone's got to work out.
I am so stoked to hear that.
Yeah, Steph actually put up a family photo on her gram of us all like there, and can I actually even get it up for you? I look like a man, dude. You got to see this. Look at this man and his Blundstones.
Well, you get the phone. I just wanted to shout out Tasmania. It's fucking good living down there.
It's cold.
It is unbelievable. I think it's the cleanest air in the world. You fucking know it too. Your lungs are just filled. That's man shit, right?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've got the check on too, mate.
Yeah, well, of course I do, dude. I'm in the country. But I look like I'm a protector. I'm a provider and a protector.
Well, it looks like you provide for your family,
Yeah.
and you're prepared to go and gather wood if required.
Which we did. We went and chopped wood, and Street made us all take our shirts off to chop wood.
That's man stuff. That's man
So
stuff.
we went down the back of the garden.
You needed the what do they call
The
it?
gilet vest.
No, not the gilet.
Braces?
The braces. You needed
Oh,
braces like
yeah,
that
yeah,
big
yeah,
strong
yeah,
cunt
yeah.
on TikTok who just chops.
No, dude, we went and chopped wood shirtless down the back of his house. It was really good stuff.
I like that.
But Tassie, dude, cold, Barrel, cold. It was a nice, long weekend getaway.
I actually fucking loved every second of it. Loved every moment. But back and ready to rip. Just a little sharpen me up.
Sharpen up.
I was flat last week after my brother's
Yeah, you
bucks. Took a good part of me
Yeah.
soul.
Well, it's
But
the
I'm-
longest I've seen you struggle.
Dude, I was fucked. Mate, even Wednesday come around, I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, this is not good. Very unlike me.
When we were
Very.
leaving on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, and we're both just walking to the car park, and I wasn't even thinking, I was just like, you're good, mate? So just the end of the day, and it was just I was just saying it. He's just sort of looked back, and he's like, mate, just still struggling heaps bad. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I wasn't even asking you like I thought there was something wrong.
That's how I took it. I thought, he's very perceptive and kind.
Hmm.
Not the case.
Well, I'm kind, not perceptive in that sense. But I was like, I was just like, there's no way that Eddie Simpson of toughest cunt in the room in his own lunchbox is still feeling it on a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. I'm very unlike me. Very unlike me. But now, fresh as a rugby league daisy.
Yeah.
Fresh as a rugby league
Yeah.
daisy.
We also needed it after Origin. Origin was a big night. It was a big loss. It was an emotional weekend or an emotional night. And I think it was just good for the soul.
It was good for the soul. It was an emotional night. It was an emotional
And
night.
the next day.
I've been reflecting on Wednesday, and there was just something off. I reckon the whole time. I never felt it.
Well, it all turned to shit pretty quickly. And so
Even before the game, I wasn't feeling it. The only time I felt it is when you and I sat here and we got really giddy and
put on
and went hard in the
shitload of
paint,
money.
which I made back on the weekend. Thank
I
you
made it
to
all back.
Justin the Scope Horro,
Thank you, Justin Horro.
who is a fucking genius.
Dude, Justin
An
Horro.
absolute fucking genius. Before we go anywhere, before we do anything, we are shouting out the great man
Yeah.
because he can tip
No. Listen,
better than any man I've ever met. Thank
Justin-
God he's not on About Even anymore. We'd be fucked.
Yeah, I know. Thank God he's gone.
Honestly.
Well, Guru's fucking... Guru's
Yeah,
not
but at least Guru's within reach.
touching distance.
Scope it up as
tipped us
bent over.
into the not man of the match, woman of the match for the women's State of Origin game 2. He basically threw one from each side. I forgot their names. Forgive me.
Olivia Koenig for New South Wales.
Olivia Koenig for New South Wales.
And Matto for Queensland.
And Matto, who ended up getting it. And they were paying...
Matto was paying 67s.
With a rival bookie.
But you could get... That's a price you could get.
Yes.
It's $67 dude.
We got it at a very good price with our good friends at Ned's. And I basically went, okay, I'm not going to bet on this game, but I'll just take both of these fine young ladies and see how we go. And then I was like, I was watching the game, but I was sort of in and out. I was with the girls. And then I'm sort of paying attention to the chat, and I just see the boys up and about, yipping and yahooing.
Well, it was such a beautiful surprise for me because New Queensland won. Oh, no, like in the chat, rather, Scope thought that if New South Wales won, that Kearney, which she had it sewn up. Anyway, Matto ends up winning it. I didn't realise. I've gone, the bet's over, it's done, who cares? I went and had 18 oysters. They were fucking unbelievable. I lost my mind. I'm just pounding stouts, eating oysters. I had anchovies as well. It was like the greatest night of my life. And then imagine my surprise after one of the great feeds all time that I looked down at my phone and it's lit up like a Christmas tree in the About Even chat, or actually the Scope Jam chat. Get in there. She's won $900. How good's that?
It was...
How good's that?
Crazy.
Absolutely
How good's that? You can't beat that.
fantastic. Punters and dribblers,
Mums and daddies,
if you haven't had your good day,
then go and get fucked.
Yeah.
Because you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're silly.
It's taking the world by storm. That much we do know. Now, review time.
Review time.
5 stars, a game changer. I got to say, the instant impact of Good Day was genuinely mind-blowing to me. I'd be half asleep by 4 p.m., but since having Good Day, there's been no afternoon crashes. My mood and attentiveness has gone through the roof. I will absolutely be keeping my subscription. Rock hard. This multivitamin has left the shaft hard and the brain firing. Used to start the day in shame. Now start the day full of beans, ready to rock and roll all day long. Highly recommend for any dribbler or non-dribbler ready to better their life. Proofs in the pudding, begoodhealth.com.au, 20% off using the code dribbler, or is it dribblers? I don't know.
Work it out yourself. But that's, the reviews are a perfect litmus test for you to be able to see how it's helping other people. But the beauty of it is that it's not just for energy. Obviously, energy, a very tangible fucking result. But it takes care of your nutritional health as well. Immunity, cognitive
Tommy
ability.
was sick every day of his life. Now he's not been sick all year. Proofs in the pudding.
And honestly,
Proofs in the rugby league pod.
Not a promise, but it is just the truth. That's what's happened to me. And I've had
Proofs
a
in the
house
rugby
full of
league
sick
pod.
people.
Simple as that. Proof is in the rugby league pod. begoodhealth.com.au.
Then imagine my surprise when you fast forward through to Monday's game last night. Obviously, on About Even, I've also hit basically all my bets on the weekend because I'm fucking dialed.
4 from 7.
And
Well, 8 including the
dude, you know we were Tigers away from a unit scooper as well. I know this isn't the show for this, but
Well, we're just
going through it right now.
We are.
But yesterday, this is the dumbest, most easiest bet of all time. And upon reflection, I'm glad I swung a little harder at it than usual. But Dogs to win. Dogs are a great rugby league side. I've been saying it all year, relatively. But I have been. I've been
You've been on them.
early on, I was like, this is a different dog side.
You've been on them. You've been on them.
Crichton to score and Pensini to score. Pensini was in the 3s, 360 maybe.
Yeah, 'cause I had him.
Crichton was 2-something. And then Dogs to win. That was paying $20-something.
That's unbelievable.
It's
Was Preston denied a try?
Yeah, he was. It was out. It was not a try, but he was close.
Yeah, it was like he was.
And then he got
injured.
injured.
Didn't get it down in time.
No, and then he got injured. Dude, can we find out what his injury was? It was a fucking good game of rugby league yesterday, the Eels and the Dogs. Anyway.
Are we starting there?
Yeah, I think so.
May as well.
Yeah, may as well. After just one more shout out to Scope. But anyway, I fucking pounded that yesterday and everyone was over for family for my birthday.
You get 20s?
Yeah. Close. But everyone was over for the birthday, and I just had it on the background, and I was like, listen, Dad, your boy's going to win here a juicy amount of money, so I will be partially even there's a video of them bringing, like, my daughter's, it's actually kind of sad, the girl's bringing out the cake for me, and
You're just watching rugby later.
well, I'm bringing it out and I'm like, happy birthday to you, hey.
If you're not watching on the tube, that was Tom basically staring at the screen the entire time instead of blowing out his candles.
Yep. But
but listen, he had a fair bit of money on, and he got 20s.
yeah, so you know,
and again, when we say a fair bit, I mean responsibly.
But it's a bit of fun.
Now,
Jacob
great
Preston suspected broken ankle.
It looks like
Potentially 4 to 8 weeks, but he's going for scans today to find out.
we love the great man.
We do. Can you also just look up, just so I don't forget, but Wayne Bennett saying Tom Flegler's career might be over? Just find that. When we talk rugby league, it is thanks to KO.
Thomas Flegler's career might be over.
Yeah.
He's unlikely to play this year and potentially could be his career.
Why? Can you just find, like, just wanted to shout out KO.
A
We're
nerve
bouncing
injury
around.
in his...
We're bouncing around, just stop
Deal
there,
with it.
just while we get to a little shout out for KO, who, again, without whom I wouldn't have enjoyed rugby league on the weekend while I was down in the cold, frigid barrel air.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to.
No. I'll tell you why. Sitting out by the fire with me mate Jimmy Haas, me mate Hamish Street, late at night. By late, I just mean the sun's down, cold, and just a little phone there. KO on.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
You don't need to go overboard.
No. Well, if you don't have a TV, what are you doing? KO on. Because you can't watch it anywhere else because it's not on.
Back in the day, you would have had to go on, oh, Aim, can we go inside, mate, and, like, just use your telly? And then you get on there and you'd be like, oh, do you have Foxtel, mate? Oh, you don't have it.
Oh, no, you don't.
No.
And then you go, oh, geez, it would be nice to be out by the fire. Well, we can't. What if we just turn the TV inside up really loud, wake up the bloody neighbourhood?
That's if he has Foxtel,
That's if he even has it on the TV.
which he probably doesn't. But now,
You can watch it on KO.
in the future,
Yeah.
you can just watch it on your phone by the fire wherever the fuck you want.
Now
That's
we're
the
bouncing
power of
around.
KO.
We're bouncing around because we're too relaxed from the weekend and our mind isn't formulated. But, Tobler, is there some Flegler update just quickly? I just wanted to hear that because I saw it when I was doing a poops.
Yeah, so he suffered a shoulder injury a couple of months ago, and now still has nerve damage in his shoulder. And so Bennett came out and said it could be pretty serious. We don't think he'll play this year, and next year is another issue.
Jesus Christ.
So it's ongoing nerve damage.
That's hectic, dude.
That's terrible.
That is. Shout out to Tommy Fleggs. Hope that is not the
Nerve
case.
damage, no good.
No. Dude, like Simon Dwyer, remember that guy?
He's in the swing,
Yeah.
sling. Yes.
Rob Horn?
Yes,
I don't think it's like that, obviously, but
but it's a problem.
Yeah.
Big problem. Well, thoughts and prayers with the Fleglers.
yes. Now, I don't mind starting at yesterday's game because it was yesterday.
Well,
But
it's fresh in the mind.
It's fresh in the mind.
It's a nice clash that Monday. King's birthday was the Queen's birthday.
Now the
Dogs,
King.
Eels.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing.
It is good. Monday, I don't hate a Monday game.
Everyone loves a Monday game.
Again, it was a public holiday, so it's different. Stephen Crichton is
Thoroughbred.
well, yeah, but he's like, and I don't know if, I mean, this is obvious, maybe it's self-evident, but I think it's maybe like even underplayed a little bit. He is one of the best players in the competition, and I mean like top 5.
He's fucking sensational.
He's
fucking
so good.
sensational. He's unbelievable. Makes me glad that he's ours.
Yeah.
From a New South Wales perspective.
But like, just talk about the buys of the season. The Bulldogs are a different side with him, and he's playing centre where some people like, centres don't have as much impact on the game.
He does.
Oh shit, this cunt does.
Probably he'd be the best defensive centre in the
Do you
game.
see his
Easy.
flick pass?
Unbelievable.
It was like a
Unbelievable.
rocket.
Mate, he's a beast.
He's
bro.
huge. Can we get his dimensions, please? I gotta say, I've hated the Dogs many times
If
in
you're
my
sucking
life.
a man off, you want to get the full
I want to get the scope of
the
what
scope
I'm
of
working
him.
with.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
So he's 1.93 metres.
Get that in feet, please. It's the only time I need feet.
99
Imperial?
kilos.
99 kilos. That's
And
insane.
he's 6'3".
6'3". He's just the shoulders, the breadth of the man, the sheer breadth, Eddie. The Gan could go across that back.
The Gan,
You better know what the Gan is, mate.
the train.
Gan? Yeah, the train, mate.
Yeah.
The train.
Is that
old folks get trips across his back.
Is that across the middle of the desert?
I believe so.
It would be, let's say, Adelaide to Darwin.
Oh, I thought it was going maybe across Australia horizontally.
I thought she was going up.
I don't know. I actually
Up the
wouldn't know.
guts. Don't know. That's the top of the question.
That is.
Adelaide to Alice Springs.
Okay, so it's halfway, but I was right.
You were.
I reckon they should add something onto that. Take it all the way up. Stephen Crichton, bit of gan about him.
Yeah, broad shoulders, dude. Just big broad shoulders.
Bit of gan about the kid. He's got the fucking Bulldogs absolutely humming.
Yep.
And a good dogs is good for the comp. We've always said it.
Even though we've hated him in the past, it's like it's hard not to like the Dogs this year. Also, Hectic Fred, a dear friend, big Dogs guy.
Big dogs guy.
And I like that. I like the Dogs. I like Hectic Fred. But they had it. They were up against it. How many injuries? Josh Curran went off with a concussion. Preston went off with a suspected broken ankle. It looked like it the way he was like grabbing it. You're like, fuck, that's not good. And then who else went
Bailey
off?
Hayward.
Bailey Hayward.
Haywood?
Hayward of Chris Keating from Temu fame, I think is how it was described.
Sure.
But Burton stepped up. Burto stepped up. They were up against it, 3 men down. Fucking the referee gave one of the, like, I mean, I don't know, do you yellow card a fucking hip drop? I don't know. But they got a yellow card.
I don't know what
some
they're doing.
Bullshit penalties, some bullshit no tries.
They get the job done, 22-18. Unfortunate because Roo scoops unit.
Yes.
He's
Again,
the
that's an
scoop
about
king.
even thing. That's some of you may not know what we're talking about even number one betting show. It's all good. But Roo, the rugby league guru, gets a big win.
Now, what did you make of Mitch Moses yesterday, Tom?
He was ups and downs, smiles and frowns. You know, it was a bit of that sort of stuff. First half was good.
Probably could have been the game for him to go out there and really assert himself.
Yes.
As New South Wales lead half.
He asserted himself early on, set up some tries in the first half. Second half, when the game was on the line, he didn't seem to do that much.
Well, when the game was on the line, you could argue MB stood up.
Yeah, he did. But he's still my 7 for game 2. I heard someone say this the other day.
Are they picking is there one more game this weekend?
Yeah.
And then we're picking
and
rugby league sides?
I think they're playing the Roosters, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes there.
So we're picking rugby league sides this Sunday.
Yeah.
Early Monday.
I will say this, Edward.
What are you going to say, man?
Just that someone was like, if you're a Nico Hines fan, and we're Nico Hines fans, but like if you were like a pro Nico and Origin guy, which I'm currently not overly, no disrespect to Nico, but like this guy has been thrown in for 7 minutes out of position and misses a tackle, but also like Cleary missed a tackle, like Cleary missed Munster first, to put it that way, before Nico misses him.
Yes.
Then you're thrown in at 7 and your centre is fucking red carded after 7 minutes and you're playing a man down for the entire game and you're dropped after that. Like, it's kind of also unfair. He didn't kick well, which we said on the night, Sua'ali'i doesn't help you kick well. But, like, there is a world where you go, fuck, that's a little harsh, isn't it?
There's absolutely a world where that's a little bit fucking harsh. I completely agree. His treatment last year in particular, I would argue, was a little bit more insane because he was picked genuinely as 14, gets sent on out of position at centre, where you could argue maybe...
Well, 14, like, you kind of got to be prepared.
But that's what I mean. If you're going to be picked at utility, you could argue that's your job. But also Munster, when he's in a mood, and he was in a mood...
A rugby league mood.
Really hard to defend, as evidenced by his trophy cabinet. It depends what the initial decision was, right? If the initial decision was going to be Mitch Moses, but he couldn't play because he was injured, then I think that's different. If he was genuinely the number one pick, and we won't know, Madge probably won't tell us, you'd imagine, then it is fucking harsh.
I wonder if Madge would tell us, because maybe that makes it sound better for Nico, where the Madge goes, listen, Mitchy Mose was our first choice.
If he gets dropped, we don't know that yet. We haven't crossed that bridge
we
yet,
haven't.
Tom.
But I would say off the back of that performance, Mitchell had some nice touches. He kicks better than Nico, but then in the second half, he went a little bit missing. Thanks, though, because it got my bet up. But, like...
I genuinely think that there is a fucking good chance Nico's picked again.
Jesus Christ, I'd be shocked.
You'd be shocked.
And maybe that's too hyperbolic, but I would be. I think it's going to be... I mean, listen, we can get into Origin later, but it's Trell, it's Moses, it's Birdo.
We've already picked our side, haven't we? Didn't we pick it last?
Yeah,
we
I think
picked it
so.
last week.
Yeah.
I would have Moses, but I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked if Nico's picked again.
I know we say this.
As Madge might be like, I need to un-New South Wales our New South Walesness by doing something Queensland would do. Like if you pick someone, you fucking, that's it. You don't just chop and change constantly because it's bad for the energy. The vibe of the joint where you just like, you're a fucking missed tackle away from getting dropped, cunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't need that.
I don't know if that's necessarily. I think you could argue it's very strongly, but it's been to our absolute detriment doing shit like that.
I know, but like if we then lose game 2 and we pick out these players again, you go,
Well, you could make an argument that we're just about fucked anyway.
yeah, you could. I wouldn't. I think New South Wales win. I wouldn't be making that argument.
I'm not. But
Now-
I'm saying some could.
Let's step away from Origin for a second. I'll be coming back to it.
Oh, it
and
sucks you in.
I've got
Sucks you in.
I've got the coach of the Queensland team, Billy Slater, in my rugby league sights, but we'll get to it. People always say this, but fuck me, Gutho and Mitchell Moses whinge to the referees. Gutho basically was like a bear eating the ass of the referee yesterday after full time. Like he just would not shut the fuck up. The whole game, they do it all the time. Love Gutho, although he nabra'd us horrifically when we asked him to come on the podcast. We didn't take it.
But as was his right.
As is his right, and he did it respectfully.
So it was fine.
So it was great. But I just had to acknowledge that happened.
No,
You have to declare your biases at the door.
I'm hearing ya.
They whinge so fucking much at the referees to the point where the referee's like, "Cunt, don't talk like that again. I'm going to get you off the field." At one point to Gutho, and then at the end of it, Gutho's just standing there like chewing the ref out after the game. It's just like, fuck off.
It's unnecessary because the decision's already made. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
It's like in soccer, if someone gets yellow carded or red carded and they just fucking carry on, it's like, cunt, you're off. He's
Get
not going
off.
to. Nothing ever gets called back or changed. The
No.
decision is permanent. You just got to live with it.
You've got to live with it.
Like they whinge during the week. The clubs go to the refs and whinge all week anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't stop. But
That's all they do.
Those two, dude.
They're in
Those
constant
two
meetings with Graham Annesley whinging. That's all they do all week. is whinge.
arm flailers, dude. They're arm flailers. That's all they do.
Put your arms away, bruh. Put them away.
Put them away.
Because I genuinely, what the fuck's going to change? Nothing. Put your energy elsewhere,
Anyway,
like into a schooner.
dogs are war. Dogs are back. Love the dogs.
Where are they on the table?
7.
7th.
The tableau?
You know who's 8? Dennon's team.
They're ninth.
No, they're 8.
they're 8.
Oh, they're 8. I thought I saw they were ninth in punters dribblers last night.
Dragons 9th.
Which hurts us because we're 10th. But who are we playing this weekend?
Saints.
Yeah.
Sunday Arvo.
2
2 p.m. We will be joined.
By none other than the Mad
Mad
Dragon.
Dragon. That's it. You heard it correctly. We're
Live
flying him
stream.
over.
We're flying him over.
We're flying him
from Perth.
over. He's coming. This is going to be box office.
Must watch TV. He's coming into the studio.
It's just going to be me, Tom, and the Mad Dragon. We're not sullying it with anyone else. It's just fucking sit down and rip in.
Yeah, and we'll be chirping
And to the winner
fuck
goes
out of
the
him.
spoils.
Yeah. So get ready for that stream on a Sunday at 2 p.m. Dragon off the leash. Out of the dragon's den. I don't know what the fuck dragons do, but
They do stuff like
breathing
that.
fire.
If we win, will we go past them on the ladder?
We'd have to, right?
Well, I don't know. I
Well,
haven't
points and
consulted it, Tom.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So this is playing for...
It's almost playing for the 8.
yeah,
They're
this
1
is
point ahead of us.
Playing for the 8.
playing for the 8. Well, they're 9th. If we win,
We could potentially. It depends on other results.
Who
but
are the Broncos playing?
Let's
Broncos
just
have
make this
got
really
Rabbitohs.
simple. Let's just assume we're playing for the 8.
Or we just go, we're playing for position, ladder position.
Yeah, for the 8.
Playing for
Because
9th.
we could. If we can get in. Broncos will lose.
Who are the Broncos playing?
Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs are hot.
Rabbitohs are warmed up.
They're warming up.
Broncos aren't.
Dogs have
fucking-
the bye, so they automatically get 2 points.
Okay, so
and
it's
the
Broncos.
Roosters are versing Parramatta.
But if we were to win, the Roosters would lose. Would we go above the Roosters?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 options for us to move up.
Yeah.
I like that. We're playing for the 8.
Okay, playing for the 8. But yeah, that'll be Hello Sport YouTube.
Unmissable. That's unmissable.
Sunday, no live stream Thursday night because it's all eyes on Sunday with the Mad Dragon. We're going to rip that dude a new asshole verbally.
Friday night, DMC.
Friday night. Dude, 14-12 the Tigers were winning at halftime. And I thought you and I were
Home
just
and hose.
nice little, there you go, Tigers looking all right, Dragons stink, whatever.
Because you knew if the Tigers got up, we were home and hosing our
Yeah.
unit scooper again
Yeah.
about even rhetoric.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Sorry, get over it. Now, that's not the case. The Tigers, dude, second half, I heard this yesterday on some rugby league show. Sorry, can't remember. The Tigers completed 4 sets in the second half.
Can you get that up, Tobler? 4 sets.
4 sets. Oh, it was on the Sunday Simbi and Triple M. James Graham was like, I think that might have been the worst half of rugby league I've ever seen from a team.
Ever.
4 sets they completed. 2 in the 40th, in the 40.
14-12 at the half. It finished 56-14.
Yeah.
That's what, 44 unanswered points. 44. That is fucking insane.
Yeah, dude.
Zach Lomax kicked 10 from 10.
Dude, he got 32 points.
He was on a rip and a tear.
Well,
Got a
I
hattie
mean-
too.
He got a hattie and kicked every goal.
10 from 10.
And he's come back from Origin where he scored a try, and they say, like, you know, you got to go back and show that you're an Origin footballer now and go back
And that's
and
how you do it. That's
Yeah.
what the true Origin stars do. They'll
Yeah.
go back and they'll dominate for clubland.
Yeah.
Lead from the front, Tom.
Yeah.
Zach Lomax, that is one of the great nights out you're ever likely to see.
What's the most points scored by a St George Illawarra player? And I say Illawarra because I'm sure there was some Dragons team in that fucking 11 straight that got like 80 points.
Now, as Tobler looks these things
What,
up,
the most points
For a
forever?
Dragons team, for a Dragons player, like,
In a-
you know,
in a
in the
game.
club. Might be even like a Girdler. Let me have a guess here. Trent Barrett might have got something.
how many points do you have? 32.
Girdler wouldn't have. He was Steelers, I believe.
Yeah, 32 points. That's
32
unbelievable.
points he got.
Amos Roberts,
Amos Roberts.
22 points.
22?
Jamie Soward as well, and Gareth Widdop
22.
all had 22.
Okay,
So
so
he's-
this shit's all over it.
She's
Yeah.
pumped that.
So he had it in 2021, so he's beaten himself as well.
What did he have previously?
22.
Okay.
Like they were all tied on the 22
Yeah,
points
right.
in a match.
So he's absolutely fed that.
He's absolutely fed it.
Now, as we have a little gander at our old mate, the West Tigers.
Yeah, have we
you know
got-
that they've lost 9 on the trot?
I think it was 10. Is that 10 now?
I think it's 9. Could be 10.
Can we get up Benji's post-match press conference? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I'd love to.
Yeah, he was none too pleased.
So that trip to Fiji.
Well, listen, I mean, just the whole week off generally, right? Like, for everyone, because everyone had time off. It wasn't just Benji. Now, Benji was in Fiji. I'd love to know what resort he went to. He wouldn't have gone to Castaway Island like me, because that place was regenerative.
Such a promising first half. The second half stats don't bear looking at. What do you say about that second 40 minutes?
Yeah, very disappointing. We seem to say the same thing every week, which is, unfortunate. But at the same time, like, we give ourselves every opportunity. We had a week off, freshen
Poor
up.
Appy.
We start
It's
with
like,
low
why'd I come
energy.
here?
Yeah.
14-12 at half time.
We win comps.
To
Yeah.
have 20%. of the
I'd be a
ball
3-time premiership
and
winner.
Have as many errors as what we did. Schoolboy errors, to be honest.
Schoolboy.
Unacceptable. And now, discipline. Talked to you about it before the game. It is just hurting us. You know, we find someone to get sin-binned every week, give away silly penalties, we lose our head, and unfortunately we're in a position where we can't do that to ourselves, and we do. So
Appy looks like
say it
he's
again,
losing hair. That's how bad it's
the-
going.
He's thinning.
actions don't change.
Benji
front.
looks
Players have to
incredible.
change.
Benji still looks like
And
he's just
it's
been on
unacceptable.
holidays.
8 straight losses, but by you parked that, thought, let's start again.
Yeah.
Now, how big a hole do you feel like you're in, Benj?
Oh, it feels like we're back to where we were a little bit. You know, I thought tonight we showed glimpses at the start of the team we want to be, particularly the first half. You know, but
Well, only in the
again,
first half.
like we've still got 12 games to go and a bye. Again, we have to stick together and find a way out of it, work our way out of it together. Now, I'm not one to give up on a season, and neither are our players, but we have got some work to do, for sure.
How do you explain the Eel discipline bench? It's a reoccurring problem, and it seems like the players just aren't fixing it at all.
Yeah, mate, I can't. Honestly. I cannot talk about discipline enough. The whole week we talked about discipline this week, and it's unacceptable. There's no excuse. Sorry.
And do you feel the confidence is sort of slowly diminishing from the players? Are you sensing that from your group?
Well, the confidence diminishes when you do silly things. You know, after at 10-0 up, the confidence was high. The energy was high. And you could feel it amongst the team. And then three silly errors into a yard.
Happy looks so fucking... Like, I don't even know if Happy's in the room.
So, as much as they had
back in the sheds at Penrith.
We did it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Pouring champagne on himself.
Covered in lolly lays.
Yeah.
What's your message to the fans right now?
Drowning in lolly lays.
I feel sorry for them to have to watch that capitulation in the second half. I actually do. I feel very sorry for them, and I can imagine how frustrating it is putting your hard-earned into it. But at the same time, we're on a trajectory of improvement, and although tonight was terrible, there's definitely been improvements, and we're on a path, for building for our future, especially with our local juniors, that we need to stick to.
And do you feel that, like, say going back to round 3 and 4 when you won those back-to-back games, did you actually feel there is improvement from then to now?
Oh, definitely. Like, in parts of the game, though. Like, we're a professional team that can play for 20 minutes at a time. Then we can't play for 40. We just can't put together 80 minutes at the moment.
Well, not if you're playing 20.
I think those 2 wins early in the season probably gave expectation.
How are you going to put 80 minutes together if you're only playing 20 minutes?
A lot of hype around.
Quarter of the game.
We were probably better than what we actually were. And there's still actions that we're doing that we've been doing for the last 9 weeks. To be fair, we got 7 of our starters out, which doesn't help, but some of the things tonight, there's no excuse. Thanks, guys.
Where's the fucking bit? Maybe it was at the start, but he goes, he's basically was like, either we've got to change or the players are or like the fucking players are going to change. Like, I'm just going to drop cunts left, right and centre.
What an awful spot to be in.
I wonder if he regrets it.
This is almost worst case scenario a little bit.
Well, can we bring in resident Tigers sad boy, Cody Totes over there? Have you seen that press conference before?
No, that was the first time I watched it.
Did you watch the game?
I watched 50 minutes.
Why not the full 80, mate?
I was just away having a good time with my mates.
Okay, so it wasn't about...
I was trying not to let it bring me down too much. Because I actually get really cut when the Tigers lose, so I just kind of try to block it out.
Yeah. Were you cut on this game as well?
I honestly... It put it in the back of my mind probably until this morning, and now I'm sort of, as we're sitting here watching the press conference, I'm really starting to bathe in my cutness.
Yeah.
Bathing in cutness.
Yeah. Because you know what else, right? So obviously that was a biblical loss. Some experts calling it the worst half of rugby league that anyone's ever seen.
In the history of the game.
Lockie Galvin, of prodigious talent.
He wants to go.
He's gone to him and said, I want to get out of this shithole.
Stefano wants to leave as well.
Utoikamanu is as good as gone.
Oh, is he? That's done.
Well, they're basically saying unless he gets picked for game 2 in Origin, which he won't, he's fucking gone.
Oh, because that's his clause, isn't it? That if he doesn't play Origin, he can leave. Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, they get Luai and Taruva next year, but Stefano's a big loss.
Galvin's a big loss. They want Galvin at Penrith. The Roosters apparently want Galvin. But
so everyone wants Galvin.
But Buzzy Boy Rothfield was reporting on an Earl 360 last night that Galvin was walking around the sheds after this game saying, I can't wait to get out of here.
Get fucked.
Totes thinks that's a lie. Totes is calling out Buzz Rothfield.
You reckon that's Mayo from the Mayo Man?
Do you reckon that's legit?
Seems legit to me. I'd be saying it.
He can't wait to get out. But apparently Richardson is like, we're not letting you go.
Yeah.
Mate,
which is fine. I get that. From the Tigers, I'm going, fuck off, cunt.
This may shock. I've never met Luke Galvin, right? Never met him.
Lockie
Galvin, rather. So I don't know if he's got that in him to walk around the sheds after a biblical loss, start to tell everyone he's going to leave.
It would be a wild bit of gear to do that.
It would be amazing, though.
No, it'd be amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'd be amazed. But it seems like it'd be a punchy way to fucking behave.
That's how Buzz said he found out about it, because Galvin was just going up to a lot of people in the sheds after him, was just saying, I can't wait to get out of here.
That's tough.
I just don't believe it.
But is that you don't want to believe it?
Partly, I would say so, but also like, dude, the guy's like 18, and we watched an interview with him like a month or so ago. Like, he just seems like a really sweet, kind of nice kid. I just find it hard to believe he'd be going around after a loss like that, being like, can't wait to leave you guys. You know, just I don't know.
Again, you got to check the source, and the source is the Mayo man himself.
Yes.
But
also he does play for the Tigers.
Totes made a funny observation, which was that in all the reports around like clubs speaking to him, or I don't know if it was Felix or Totes. Sorry, Felix is looking at me like I came up with it. But just in like all of the chatting around, it's like, oh, you know, the club are like, oh, well, look, we're going to sit down with his parents and we're going to try and get it. It's like how much of a child you are that like your parents are running your shit, even though you've got a manager. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's a funny concept that Lockie Galvin's like just still sitting there in a nappy. Mum and dad are having to come and chat to the club.
There's a bit of that though when you're that young.
Oh, fucking oath there is.
There's plenty of that when you're.
I know.
You haven't seen enough winters.
But you know who his manager is? Who do you reckon?
Would it be an IM type operator?
Yes, it would.
It would be an IM.
It's Mr. Moses, not Mitchell Moses, Isaac Moses, who seems to just fuck clubs at will.
Yes.
He fucked them. I'm pretty sure he fucked them back when the whole Tedesco Woods Moses thing, he was in and around there. Obviously, he's got his penis well and truly inserted in the Manly's asshole.
The threesome at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was their manager.
He fucked the Broncos.
Club fucker.
Seriously.
Now that's all alleged.
Yes, but that's the way it's reported.
Yes, we're just regurgitating what we read.
Yep.
Punters and dribblers.
Correct.
Congratulations to the Tigers, and congratulations on what is almost certainly 3 spoons in a row.
Yeah.
That's
and
exciting for
commiserations to Benji.
Who's doing it tough. Thoughts and prayers with Benj.
Yep.
Maybe he should just be a full-time coach. You know?
Well, yeah, mate, don't take any holidays, bro.
Wouldn't be in this mess.
Kenty had 21 schooners on that rampage. It's come to light.
I love how Kenty at the start tried to come out saying he wasn't pissed.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, fuck.
I'm pretty sure that was alluded to.
That would be an insane asylum thing to say.
Shoot me if I'm wrong. I think he just said, just dip down for a couple.
He had 21 schooners. I thought about putting us, like, starting the Kenty challenge, but there's no way I could put away 21 schooners.
Can't. I couldn't have 21 schooners.
I'd be a bloated mess.
You know, like that chick that fucks up at Willy Wonka's and she turns into a giant
Veruca
blueberry?
Salt. I was saying that our minds are entwined.
Veruca. I'd be Ned Ruka.
Yeah, Ned Ruka.
I'd be huge. And listen, I love a stout. But fucking 21 in a sitting?
No, that's tough.
That is madness.
21 is huge. And then off the back of that, I'm not going to do the Kenty challenge, and I'm not going to encourage him to do the Kenty challenge because that's obviously not responsible. But
we're not telling anyone to do the Kenty challenge.
I'm not telling anyone to do the Kenty challenge. I'm just shocked that no one's doing it.
I would never, ever tell anyone to do the Kenty challenge, but if people were like to give it a crack, I'd watch.
Well, I'd have to. I mean, like, what? You're not going to. It's like when a fight breaks out. I'm not telling people to fight, but I can't help if you're going to fight. I'm going to look at it.
Because from where I'm sitting, and I'm sitting in my seat, Kenty drinking 21 schooners in a sitting is very impressive.
I also don't know how the fuck he'd know that unless he's just gone through his statement.
It was presented in court as evidence. They would have gone through his fucking the CCTV. They would have been like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I wonder at what point 6, the people like the
7,
court start laughing.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This lot of scooters. 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20, 21 schooners.
Dude,
think about how long that took. I'm sure you're pissed off listening to me say that.
Yeah.
He's necked those cunts.
Like that, you know, that meme? Is it the former lawyer of Trump? And it's like, how many times do you think you would have done it? 100? More. 200? More. 300? More. 500? Yeah, about that. That's ridiculous from Kenty, but like, I mean, you know. Tis what it is.
Drank 21 schooners, became a root.
Yeah, exactly. Became embedded in a tree root. I mean, we haven't. Is he still with Fox? Have they let him go? Has that been reported yet, or what's
Don't know.
that?
Not sure.
Not sure. Scotty Bellotti, who not by having a baggy green, you are not ordained with these powers, but I am more than happy to allow it at this point just because it's so funny.
Scotty Bellotti called an audible.
Yeah.
And he's pulled it off.
He has. I guarantee you, though, anyone else trying to do it won't.
No, but Scotty's
got a
the meme
rare
king.
ability.
He's got a really nice ability.
He inducted the tree into the 11 with a baggy green, and
Was wearing his own in the photo.
I honestly didn't know. I didn't think that we would necessarily have a tree in the 11, but now it's like an electric wiki.
Yep. Congratulations to the tree.
Congratulations to the tree.
Welcome to the 11. It makes a lot of sense. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that makes sense.
That feels right.
It feels right.
Feels right.
Feels correct. Feels accurate. So well done to Scotty Bellotti for doing the Lord's work, Meme King. But I would also just hazard a warning to those in the 11 thinking that they can ordain people here and there. I would tread very
carefully. I'd avoid
because if you fuck it up, you might lose it.
Yeah, you might lose your own. And it's kind of like the idea can only be done once and work. And
It's
now
been
you just
done.
keep trying to do it.
No,
it's not gonna...
listen, it's been done. In fact, if I see it done again,
Yeah, no, you can't. This is an official warning.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Except to Scotty,
Scotty did it, and it was good. But no one else do it.
because you'll lose yours.
You will.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Have you got Tobler the what's it called? Forgive me as my brain tries to reboot. Billy Slater on the Sunday Footy Show. Now, Billy Slater, let me just preface this with in terms of thoughts about the Bush Poet Eddie. Seems like a great guy, having not met him.
Yep.
Someone I've always enjoyed as like a footballer, great player, one of the
greats.
all-time greats.
One of the greats.
Seems like a great bloke, one of the great blokes. Like you never really hear anyone say a bad word about Billy.
He's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a great coach.
He's caused us a lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
Across all formats of the game.
And for
as player and coach.
And for decades now.
For decades. For most of my adult life.
In fact,
all of my adult life.
When I started paying attention to rugby league, Billy's been there.
Well, I was 18 in
sword.
2007, and he's upset me every year basically in some capacity since I was 18 years old. Close to 20 years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. But can we just play this audio of him talking about the Sua'ali'i thing, and then we will discuss.
You're quite disappointed with the treatment of Reece Walsh. And now that you had some time to look at it and think about it, I know you say you don't like looking at it, but the fact that he got 4 weeks, I know you would have planned he'd be targeted. Was your issue the fact that it went horribly wrong? I imagine you planned for the fact that he would be targeted, Reece Walsh?
No, we didn't plan for what happened to Reece. I don't think anyone goes into the game planning for that sort of stuff. I honestly don't like watching it too much. It's pretty sickening and it's not great for our game. I can't imagine too many mums and dads would want to throw their kids in the car and take them down to the closest junior rugby league ground and sign them up for rugby league watching this sort of stuff. So I was really disappointed because I know how hard he prepared for the game. He had great clarity around what his game looked like and he was ready to go after it, and that was taken away from him only 7 minutes into the contest. So, look, I haven't commented on the incident, and we're 4 days post-game. I don't think my comments is going to do the game or any individuals involved in the incident any benefit of me commenting now. So
still a comment.
I'll leave it at that.
Now, again, great bloke, great coach, fucking whatever else. And I will be getting someone to edit this video afterwards. That man was like, they were changing the rules for how dirty he was. He would slide into fucking defend tackles, studs up, trying to get his fucking boots under people, underneath the ball. Now, innovator, but he would munch cunts with his boots.
It was a knee first guy.
When he would jump in the air to catch balls, he would kick people in the fucking face as he was trying to get space. And then in the 2007 grand final, him and Michael Crocker fucking flatlined Brett Stewart in something that seemed way more intentional. And Brett Stewart was out for the whole fucking game. So spare me this like bullshit of like, oh, the mums and the dads, bush poetry bullshit, wouldn't want to come and like, oh, you know, wouldn't want to take their kids. It's like,
well, now there's the comment. Go down. Someone said it. Slater of short memory fame, working with Kroger to knock out Steve Stewart in the 2007 grand final, going to win the game. Fair play, never cheating the cap forever.
And the thing,
look at that. Look at that. They have literally just sandwiched his head there.
And Crocker's just fucking elbowing. Look at that.
That is insane, that still.
The thing that it's more for me though, right, is like you can be upset for Sua'ali'i, like feel bad for Reece Walsh, you know. You can feel like, you know, Sua'ali'i did, but like by this stage, look at that. Bang, boot right to the fucking face. Bang, kicking a man in the fucking face. Bang, boot slid in. This is what we need to cut with just the audio of Billy Slater talking about not wanting mums and dads to come to the game and just cut all of this together, please.
Yeah.
But like...
That's going to send the Queenslanders into a tiz.
But like...
Big tiz.
It's, again, like, it's more just going like, drop it now. It happened. Stop being like you should be coming and going, Joey Sua'ali'i, no, he's not a bad guy. No, he didn't mean to do it. No, you know what I mean? Like... This whole, like, I'm not making a comment, but mums and dads wouldn't want to see it and I can't even look at it. It's like, yeah, righto, dude, but, like, you aren't exactly a clean skin here in the way you conducted yourself. And I'm sure that you would say you didn't mean to go and knock Brett Stewart out. Like, it was an accident. It happened. But, like, you just come out and go, yeah, listen, unfortunate. And Sua'ali'i, not a bad guy. Shout out to Sua'ali'i, who I didn't even realise the next day came out in front of the media and was like, man, I'm really fucking sorry. I let everyone down. I'm going to call Reece Walsh and I feel bad. Like,
that's the thing about it, right? That's the thing about it is that we can go on until the fucking cows come home about whether the send-off was the right thing because it ruined the game, but like it probably was because it was fucking high. At the end of the day, Sua'ali'i was hopped up on Origin energy, playing in front of his people. He's got his family and friends in the crowd. It's his first Origin, and he wants to go out there and make a mark on the game by fucking ironing out Reece Walsh, and he gets it wrong. That's all there is to it, though. There's no malice.
No.
There's no fucking bad feeling. He gets his tackle wrong, and that's it.
And he gets red carded, and you win the game.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck else do you want?
He gets red carded. You win the game. You're carrying Cobbo on the bench because your coach is a genius. You fucking Hammer goes to fullback and rips us apart. So does Cobbo. You win the game. You've got game 3 in fucking Suncorp. He's missing 4 weeks. He missed fucking 73 minutes. The only time people have been sent off in the past is like the 70th minute onwards. Yeah. So like this
and
is...
And you basically need to like, you know, decapitate someone.
This is unprecedented in Origin history in terms of a send-off that early in the game. Yes, you lost Reece. I just explained you covered for him. It's disappointing for Reece. It's also disappointing for Joseph. He's come out. He said sorry. He called Reece. He apologised. And now you're fucking out there saying that mums and dads don't want to take their kids down when you ironed out fucking Brett Stewart in 2007 grand final, went on to win the game.
We didn't have a man.
You won that game in that occasion. We didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't get fucking. No one even got. I didn't even know if there was a red card there. It was a sin bin. No way.
I completely understand that that Billy Slater is cut and upset and he wants to defend his player, particularly a fullback.
Yes,
because he probably sees him as a bit of a father. He sees himself as a father figure. I get all that. Completely understand. However, you do open yourself up when you speak that way to people digging through the past and editing up videos like we saw in Punters and Dribblers.
That's
just what happened.
There's enough footage out there of you being a grubby little piglet on the football field.
And that's fine, because that was the time.
Hey, them's were the times. Play to the line, play to letter of the law, whatever it is.
Play to the whistle, Tom.
But like to have no empathy with a player who's fucking made a mistake, to not be like, yeah, okay, like I also have done shit like that, and to this whole like I'm not making a comment and I feel sick looking at it and mummies and daddies. You're making a comment and you're piling more shit on to this kid who was fucking 20 years old and fucked it for the state. And fucking embarrassed himself.
And he's feeling that.
And he's feeling it.
And if we lose the series, he's going to be crushed.
Yeah. So, like, let's just pump the fucking rugby league brakes for a second.
He's come out and apologised to the state because he's upset with what he did. And listen, I don't feel this way, but there would be people out there that feel strongly that he lost us the fucking series, right? I don't think
No,
that.
I think we win the series.
I think we can still win the series, and I don't blame him for what happened, but there would be people that do, so he'd be feeling that. He'd be feeling every inch of that. You can tell he just got it wrong and that he's hopped the fuck up. The way you're speaking, you're almost implying like there was a...
Intention.
There was... No, more than that. I would go a step further. Like there was a game plan that was cooked up in the mountains to take Reece out of the game permanently. That's how it sounds to me. That's how it sounds.
Crazy talk, dude. Crazy talk. Absolute crazy talk. Let's let him live. Let poor old Sua'ali'i live.
Yeah, the loss is enough.
Yeah. Did you see? The Mays are having a bad run, and that's an understatement. Terrell May of Roosters fame, Sua'ali'i put up like a post on Instagram being like, "Yeah, sorry."
Yeah, he said
Terrell,
he's dead.
He's dead.
Jeez.
And then when people started like going, "Hey, bruh," he's like, "Fucking go back to work, you bum." Like,
oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he was replying?
Thick shit city, dude. Like, it's hard not to...
Christ almighty.
Like, just there's a stupidity or a lack of intelligence, which I know is a nicer way of saying stupidity, but like, that I just find sometimes unfathomable. And I don't know if it's like an age thing. He's young. I'm sure he's like, 20-odd. So, like, you can cut him some slack. And maybe he just
25.
thinks it's funny. You know? I mean, I'm assuming that's why he said it. But it just doesn't seem to show much of a level
why
of
would he have said it in
awareness.
the first place, you mean? He's obviously just taking
He's just
the
trying to be
piss.
funny.
Yeah.
No, I know, but you're just like, it's just, I don't know, dude. I feel like sometimes I'm like, you got to know that that's a dumb thing to say.
Yes, but there are players out there and people, not just players, humans that don't. And that's just is what it is, right? Like, that's not going anywhere. It'll shock you. Don't get that twisted. It'll shock you, but that's not going to stop.
No.
That's for fucking damn sure.
No, that's true.
What do you make of Taylor Batman May?
Well, listen, I mean, obviously he's been accused of some fucking rogue shit, which is, he's denied. But generally, like, he's staying very active on socials. I'll tell you that much.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, he's staying very active on socials.
Batman
is very...
He's a vigilante.
Well, I don't understand the whole Batman thing entirely. Like,
I don't know.
As in, it seems like it's too much in terms like he really loves Batman.
I don't know the origins of Batman. Like, I don't know what he stands for and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's
May?
Batman.
Oh, Batman generally?
Like,
well,
what
he's like
what his MO is.
Well, Batman's like a good guy. Like,
well, he's a good guy trying to clean the city up, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out if there's a little bit more to the Batman universe
that we don't know about,
that I don't know about, that will allow Taylor and Batman May to slip in a little more seamlessly.
Yeah, I wonder whether there's like, is Batman DC?
Yeah.
I wonder whether DC are gonna like put out a fucking cease and desist to Taylor and be like, hey, listen, buddy, currently it is not good for our Batman brand to have you co-opting it.
Well, I'm just trying to work out how he sees himself fitting into this Batman
into
narrative.
the DC universe.
Yeah. Like, are you like some super rich billionaire that fucking builds his own suits and shit?
Yeah, right. Or are you just the vigilante side of him?
But
fighting crime.
Yeah, but he's a vigilante fighting crime, whereas I don't know what Taylon's doing.
Well, he's playing rugby league, or at least he was. A vigilante.
Do you know what I'm
playing
trying?
rugby league.
Is he playing vigilante rugby league, or is he stopping crime in the community?
Well, it doesn't. Listen, he's been accused of crime, so that would fly in the face of Batman.
That's where I'm getting confused. I don't. You know, Batman would speed, but it was on his way to fighting crime.
Yeah, he wasn't just speeding in the street, promoting high-end rental cars.
So that's what's confused me a little bit, and that's why I was just trying to get a sense from you, Tom.
No, yeah.
As to whether or not I'm missing something in the Batman universe that would maybe describe.
And again, like I'm not super
going on.
into the comic book world, so maybe someone else can reach out about that. I'm not sure, but as I said, the maze in all sorts at the moment. Now, back on Origin for a little moment, Edward, Ricky Stuart came out and basically took a shot at all of the coaches of sides that have a fair few Origin players that have to leave for camp because they're all pissing and moaning, being like, fucking, our players have to go.
This would be specifically around people like Matt Burton being 18th man, not being allowed to play.
Penrith, Roosters, Broncos, we got to lose players for Origin, bloody Origin period. Sticky, find the comments if you can.
Yeah.
Has basically come out and been like, shut the fuck up. I'd suck anyone's dick to have Origin players in my side. Count yourself lucky you got Origin players.
You've
got them all. That's why I'm sitting out here in the bloody freezing cold.
That aligns quite nicely with the great and the powerful Phil Gould's comments, where he basically said, shut the fuck up. It is what it is. You can't win comps without Origin players. So if you've got them, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
That's a great problem
to have.
And Ricky Stuart, who always... He says it how it is.
Oh, he fucking calls a spade a spade.
Well, he will. A rugby league spade, a rugby league spade.
Yep.
He basically points out the obvious, which is shut the fuck up. You're whinging about having 7 Origin players in your side. Great, you'll probably win a comp.
Yeah,
or
great.
You'll be there when the whips are cracking.
And you know what? You're probably in a position, your club, where you can lose one. You can drop a game.
The comp's not won in the Origin period.
No,
not at all. You set
yourself up.
Yep, and then you cruise,
whatever,
and then you got to come home with wet sail. We've never worked out what that means, but you come home with one.
Ricky Stewart's angry rant about State of Origin players. You hear all these complaints that they've got to give up their superstars. The poor buggers. I'd love to have
5 or 6.
Oh, 5 or 6
State of Origin players.
5 or 6 State of Origin players. Yeah, bloody oath you would, Ricky. Fucking oath you would, Rick.
North Queensland has 6 Origin reps, but Coach Todd Payton said it's a good thing for our club. See, he sees it. He sees it a little more.
Toddy realises that he desperately needs him because his side's a pile of rugby league shit. Warriors, they got the job done. Warriors seem like they had a little slump, but the Cowboys, we picked that. We knew the Cowboys, they're no good.
We've been picking that like a dirty nose all season.
Cows are no good.
Rugby league.
Cows are no good, mate.
Cows are no good. Put a line through the cows. Toddy Payton would be now officially in wig and out phase.
Yeah, wig territory.
Because you come up there, you start so well, you have the greatest off-season of all time, mate, and you make a prelim, and then ever since then...
Slidesville. Up the wires, though. Like the wires.
And I would say potentially have entered a period of, I don't know what the fuck to do, which is not where you'd want to be.
Dude, the Wires were outsiders up in Queensland. They got all these players back.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm entering I get rugby league phase of the season.
People get too stat heavy. They're like, Warriors never win there. I'm like, yeah, but...
See what's in front of you.
You got to play rugby league.
You honestly, at the end of the day, you have to.
You got to play rugby league. You got to look eyes up, and you got to read the room. Do the Cowboys suck? Yes. Do they have 6 players coming back from Origin? Yes. Are the Wires fucking troops back on board in a big way? Yes. Read the room. Does Edward Simpson of playing eyes up rugby league football identify double-barreled last names as the answer, as the key to success? Yes, he does.
Does Tom realise that Latrell, after watching his state get fucked by Ashley Klein and others...
Different game.
No. Does he watch that and then go, hey, I'm going to roll in for the Rabbitohs and get up and about? I'm going to put my flag in the ground and say, Madge, pick me, son, and I'm going to score first, second, or third as I lead my side to a victory.
That's exactly what he did. But again, weren't we talking about the Cowboys game?
Oh, sorry, we were. I thought we were.
That's why I got confused.
I was like, wait a minute. You said different game. I'm like, wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Which game was that one? Who did the Rabbitohs play?
Titans.
Oh, Titans. Well, fuck, sorry. I got so many bets on the weekend, dude. I'm fucking drowning in successful bets.
Wait, what are we talking about?
What was that one? Cows, Wars. And we just went Wars for the win?
No.
And Barnett. Yes.
I had
That's
DWZ, AFB, and
CNK.
No, that was a good bet, dude. Sorry, I'm all over the map.
I went the 3 double bazzers.
Yeah. And was there another double bazzer you could have had in there that got up?
But I didn't. No. Did Harris Tavita score?
No.
Yeah, well then
Did
I
he get
left him
red
out.
carded or some shit?
He got sin binned.
So I left him out, thank God. But I thought about it, and I thought that's too many.
3, yeah. You can no more than 3.
You can't have more than 3 double bazzers.
Nah.
Now, that's exactly what I did. I think they went first, second, third as well, or just about.
Chance, AFB, then Barnett. Dallin was in the second half.
Dude, Mitchy Barnett going over. Oh.
At sixes?
Yeah, he was, or as in the bet itself or him?
The bet.
I can't remember what the bet
him
was.
scoring.
Him scoring was fours, maybe. Right. But it was, again, spurned off. Like, you would pick for the Origin squad, not put in.
So, we know what we're talking about.
Oh, fuck yeah, we do.
Latrell Mitchell putting his hand
then
up.
Then Latrell. I got bloody confused.
He's putting his hand up.
Hand up.
He's putting his hand up to play rugby league football for the state. I'd be bringing him back in.
No, he's come back in.
And just going, oi, Latrell. You see that bridle hanging up there on the fucking hook over there? That implies you are now unbridled.
Yep.
And I want you to go out there and play unbridled state of origin rugby league for your state.
Why the fuck did Jai Arrow have a kick in the 76-minute conversion?
He's retiring.
Did anyone see that? I didn't see it.
I saw it, but I don't know why. I think it was one under the post, so they kind of just let him have a go.
But like for no reason at all? Was that just like a disrespect thing? Because like was it a milestone game for Jai? Maybe it was.
I'm just checking now. Wikipedia says he's played 150 games, so potentially that. But I'll double check.
That would be why. That would be why, wouldn't it?
Have a kink in your 150th game. Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker.
That seemed like a little bit mean-spirited from you down there.
I just think that 150 game, like whatever.
So you think it should be like hundos, two hundos?
Yes. I don't like the 50. I don't vibe with it.
Well, in cricket you do.
You just put your bat up for a second.
Right.
Do you take a kick?
You acknowledge every 50.
Do you take a kick?
Well, they don't kick, but you fucking acknowledge. That's an acknowledgement to the crowd. That's it.
Sure. We disagree. It's a bit much. I think it's a bit much.
Yeah, okay. But the Bunnies now, if I'm a Bunnies fan, if I'm Matty the Waterboy, which I'm not, you would almost be like, God, not where was this, but like sort of. You were so bad to start the year that your season is now over, but now you can play a bit of footy. Where are they coming, actually? Is their season fully over?
Second last.
Right. What's the difference in points from them to the top 8?
6 points.
Fuck. So, like, it's not impossible.
If they beat the Roosters this weekend, then they
jump to 14th.
So they're playing the Roosters. Is this Rabbitohs Roosters this weekend? I thought it was Eels.
Oh, sorry. Rabbits have got
Broncos. Rabbits Broncos.
So they can win that.
Broncos on a bit of a slide. Now they're missing some troops, but they're not missing shitloads. They're missing Reece. They're missing Renault. This is just to my memory. But then they're a Flegler. I mean, Flegler's gone to the Fish.
Well, he's not there.
Herbie's gone to the Fish. No, but just in a season context.
Right, as in from last year.
Yes.
Yes, right. Yes, right.
But they fucked the Titans up, good and proper.
They're playing rugby league again. That's for damn sure. And Latrell, he can sniff an open spot.
And I wonder if this is because we've got Jackie Boy Whiten and Cody in the halves. Like how much that makes a difference. Like,
well, they've won 2 games in a row, so it's not nothing.
It's not nothing. But I haven't watched their games, so I think
they moved him there, and they've won 2 games since they.
I haven't watched the games where they've done it, but just like interested to know whether it's like, oh yeah, this is their halves. Like these guys are ripping. Punters and Dribbles were brought to you by Neds. You know that by now. They are the number 1 punting platform on the face of the earth. We love them damn near to death, and I got to say. I don't know, I have to say this. And they'd say it too if you asked them. They'd say, Tommy Burns gave us one of the great poundings on the weekend. He had his way with us. And I did.
Legs behind the head sort of stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Daddy had one of the great weekends.
Pound Town 9s on?
Pound Town 9s on, really good grip. And I took Neds to Pound Town this weekend. Responsibly, of course, but...
But what, one of the great thrashings?
There's no place I'd rather do it. Now, you would have found those bets that I was putting on the weekend in the About Even group. There's a code to get in, Dribbler. There's about 5,000 or 6,000 of you motherfuckers already there. We'd be the biggest group in town.
A lot of playboys and playgirls in there.
A lot of playboys and playgirls in there. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Manly lost.
Manly lost, but
Look, you know what? And I'm not gonna Masood anyone here. unfortunately, our good friend Ruben didn't have his kicking boots. He packed the wrong boots. If had he packed them, it would have been a close game of rugby league.
Well, had he packed them, we lose by 2.
Had he packed them, we're behind by 2. DCE probably puts a 40-metre field goal up.
And then we go to extra time, and then we win.
So
we probably win 33-32, something like that.
Tommy Talau, starting to warm to Tommy. Not that I was ever cold on him, but he was new. So it was like, you have to prove something to me before.
4 tries.
First, second, or third, I had him.
Same. 4 tries is enough to get me dripping.
Well, against the Premiers.
Against the Premiers. Now, we haven't won back-to-back games against the Panthers for a long time, so it was unlikely that we were going to get the job done.
We were looking like it in the first half.
But consider this, punters and dribblers. 1-1 this season. 1-1 against the 3-time premiership
and
winners.
both hearty games of rugby league.
Like hearty games.
Yeah.
Like a chicken and leek and a nice big pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Hearty.
Yeah. Hearty.
Hearty.
Did you see the video of Josh Aloiai?
Who just thought he might sneak a little trip in there.
Because
Is that what you're talking about?
it is one of the most...
I respect it.
So do I. But I'm also like, that's fucking disgraceful.
Well, it shows... You know what it shows? It shows...
Like,
it
it's brain
shows,
snap city.
It shows a win-at-all-cost mentality from the club,
Yeah.
which I like, but it's also a fucking stupid thing to do.
It's brain snap city.
How many games do you get for that?
Only like 2, I think.
I would have thought more for an old
that's what I mean.
I thought a trip carried a few more games than that.
For one, that blatant, like, there are ones where, like, the attacker change, like, you're coming across.
Look at him having go at him.
Like, the attackers, you know what I mean? Like, where the attacker changes direction and you just sort of, like, in an attempt to just try and, you know what, it's like a split-second thing.
Yeah.
Where he's running behind him and he's just, this guy doesn't even have the ball, I don't think, and he just kicks his fucking foot.
Mate, it's a shocker.
Was it picked up by commentary? Bruh, that was absurd.
But he's got he's fully gone the massive extension too. Look at this. He's blowing. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
That's just a brain snap.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's just a classic brain snap.
Absolutely wild.
Again, like his mentality, which is win at all costs, but not a great look.
What, did you see the try that happened when Luke Brooks and Jerome Luai got into it? And then fucking like Dane Laurie just runs around the ruck? And basically they were saying that like Luke Brooks basically, it wasn't an obstruction. It was like Luke Brooks shouldn't have been getting into a stink and creating space. And Vossi of most one-eyed hates Manly commentator of all time is like, oh, that's definitely a try. Definitely a try. Like, there's two, like this, and listen, although I just ripped on Vossi there, there's like a couple of schools of thought, or like there's a couple of worlds where I was observing this, where I'm like, sure, Luke Brooks shouldn't have been getting into a stink with Luai, but like Luai gets tackled, starts G'ing up at Luke Brooks over the tackle, then also just face palms Burbo into the ground, either with his forey, not his foreskin, his forearm. Imagine if he'd done it with his forey.
Has he got a fore?
I don't know. I don't know what the cultural proclivities of the Islander community are when it comes to foreskins.
I have no idea either.
I don't know whether they are. If I'm just finger to the foreying this one, I'd say they keep them.
Keep the forey.
Yeah.
Well, I think they might get rid of them.
Circumcision for cultural reasons is routine in Pacific Island countries.
There you go, finger to the forey, dude, or finger to no forey.
I've fucking nailed that.
There you
So
go.
he wouldn't have been able to use his forey because he doesn't have one, which is probably why he used his
Potentially.
forearm.
But so he gets in there and he's fucking giving it to Burbo and to Brooks. There's just a world where I'm like, yeah, sure, Brooks maybe, but like, is there no penalty to the guy who's causing the shit? Look at that. Burbo's like, what the fuck? And then he's grabbing Brooks, and Brooks like, get away from me, man. I'm trying to make tackles.
What didn't he like about this?
He's saying that it's is in Vossi.
No, what's Luai? What's made Luai unhappy?
That's what I mean.
What set him off?
He started the whole fucking thing. And then the Panthers go in and score a try off the back of this. As if you don't go, hey, sorry, like Luai, you've started something here.
Like, what's he yelling at him for? I don't understand what the.
And then he engages Brooks, starts pushing him. Brooks is like, get off me. Now, I would still say to Luke Brooks in this situation, do all you can to fucking stop the try, please, Luke. But like,
make your rugby league tackle.
That shouldn't have been a try.
How was this a try given and not a penalty to Manly given the marker was grabbed out of the play?
Did anyone leave it? What can we read the reply there? Someone like...
Because Brooks has a hold of Luai, not the other way round.
Brooks didn't start
No, he doesn't.
at all. Luai's pushing him.
What the fuck is going on?
And the only reason he's holding him is because Luai's got his hand at his throat.
Mate, it's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
So we actually would have won the game.
So, well, that's what I was just about to say, Tom. You put the kicks in for our boy Ruben because he had a bad day and a bad night and a night off. And then obviously that Dane Laurie tries.
Well, yeah, whoever, I don't know who the fuck scored it.
Whoever it was.
Liam Henry.
There
when we're
go.
not on him.
Well, we actually said that was breadcrumbs for Liam Henry this week. That's by the by. I think someone might have been on Liam Henry for that very reason. Wasn't asked for on Tommy Talau first, second or third. We win the game.
Ruben 1 from 5.
We win the game. And I think up until that point, he'd only missed a handful of them on the left all season. And then he missed
because usually he kicks from the left, he kicks from the right.
Ruben Garrick kicks from the right. That's generally what happens. Not the best performance by the boys. Yes, we are coming 10th. No, it's not ideal. Yes, it is like last year. Am I getting PTSD? Yes.
I'm not. I think we warmed to it, and I think we come home with one of the wettest sails ever seen. This thing's just soaking wet.
Well, that's what I hope for. I hope for a sopping wet sail.
Sopping wet sail, dude.
Give me a sopping wet sail, please.
Yeah.
Give me a sopping wet sail.
Sopping wet sail.
I want it drenched.
Tobler, can you please find the video? I swear Ronaldo Mulitalo tweeted it. It's also on Brown Cardigan of when Ronaldo's running out for his fucking 150th NRL game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because this is outrageous behaviour from a full-grown man. While we wait, Eddie, while Tobler gets that up, shout out to Matty Johns, who was spotted in triple corduroy yesterday. Corduroy pants, corduroy shirt, white P's and D's hat.
Absolute respect for the man, the legend, Matty Johns.
The Cord Lord.
Who has every right to triple cord it up. He was also spotted the other day drenched head to toe in a State of Politics jacket.
Yeah.
New South Wales variety. Looking fucking creme de la creme.
Are there any of those left
was
for
Willie
game
Mason.
two?
So was Scope.
So was Cam Munster.
So was Cam Munster. Yes, he was. So the boys are out here fucking rocking it.
Are there any
and
more?
the girls? Yeah, there are. Hellosport.shop. Get there while the getting's good. We are out of sizes, but some sizes remain. You've got to move quick. You've got to be active.
Yeah, State of Politics.
If you got no coin, there's afterpay. So no excuses.
Unless you just don't want it.
No. If you don't want it, I'm not talking to you.
Well, and also you're probably not from New South Wales or Queensland. You don't care about politics.
Yeah, but some people from Victoria like New South Wales politics.
True. So Mulitalo running out for what, 150th game?
Yeah.
Which you
100th game, sorry.
100th game, which you probably, you would celebrate that.
No, well, I don't like 120th and shit. I don't care about.
No one does.
Well, I'm just checking.
So he's running out. Let's just watch the video. We'll just watch it.
So this is 100.
Game 100. He's leading the team.
Not nothing.
So this is Ronaldo running out.
Ronaldo running out, and look at this guy, and Ronaldo's comment is perfect. This is someone's dad, lol. Just go, look at this guy getting into some of the greatest sucking work. Look at him, dude.
Oh, my God.
Look at him. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Look at that
Oh,
work,
my
dude.
God.
He's leaning so far over the
Holy
heel, dude.
shit.
Dude, he's sucking that dick. Like,
Oh, my God. He's gifted.
he's got some serious talent.
He is gifted.
That's one of the
Holy shit.
As every single one of them's running, he's sucking.
Can I be honest with you?
There's like kids there as
Can
well.
I be honest with you? If I was that way inclined, I'd be trying to find out who the fuck that is.
Dude, I want to find out who that is.
Because that man can work a pole.
And you're not saying for your own For your own. I see. I was just saying I want to know, not because I want to get sucked by him.
I'm saying if I was that way inclined,
Oh, okay, I get you.
I would be putting the feelers out to be like, is this something that you
that
do?
you're also into.
Yeah.
Do you do this
regularly?
professionally?
Yeah.
Could we engage your professional services?
Could we sign some sort of contract?
It's a suck job, though, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's a suck job. It is unbelievable. He's got the look at his ball work.
Oh
at
no,
the back.
that's not ball work. That's the man who's just got all the
he's
shaft.
revving it. It's revving it.
The tornado.
Yeah, it's a big shaft though.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that thing.
It's Ramian's, I think.
Oh, that's Jesse's.
You think he's pretending it's
I
Ramian's?
tell you, a lot of dexterity. Yeah. That's extremely impressive.
Yeah, it is. That's the best. That's the greatest of those.
Oh yeah. It's not
we've
even
ever
close.
seen.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
I just also like, how did that start? It's such a boy thing to do.
Oh, it's very.
It's such guy humor.
Yeah, you wouldn't see.
Do you know what I mean? It's
You're unlikely to see a woman down there doing that sort of thing.
It's such guy. I don't think we've ever seen a chick do that, driblets. But you've never seen a chick in the background just doing the suck job.
I could be wrong, but I thought this was like a TikTok thing that like just little dribblers were doing, and then it kind of made it because it started with kids doing this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
At Magic Round last year, every time like the camera was on the crowd, it'd just be people going at it.
Yeah, is this what the kids are doing?
Oh, haven't you seen this
No.
yet? Oh, bro, this is like
I just thought that's an old-fashioned fucking.
dude.
Oh, no, it's a thing.
How have you missed? This is a thing. Like in the background, everyone's doing the suck
I did
job.
not know that.
Yeah, dude. But this is the
A
greatest.
little bit
of
more
them.
context. That's why you said. I just thought because obviously you see that from time to time. I just didn't realize it was a thing.
No, it's a thing at the moment.
Okay.
But this is like this stands head and shoulders above all the rest as the greatest suck job. I've ever seen.
I mean, he's almost killed the joke, hasn't he? Because he's too good at it. Look at his tongue too. He's
he's revitalized it.
Will take me on.
He's leaned all the way over. Look at him.
Oh my God! And he's looking at the players as they run past.
And there's like a kid looking back at him with his hand out, like
God.
going to get a high five.
It is rock solid.
Can we
stuff.
go back again? There's a chick in the crowd like watching him do it. Like, there's that chick just there. Like, what is this cunt doing there? How about those Swannies?
How about those Swannies?
How about our Swannies?
We love our
How about
Swannies,
our
dude.
Bloods?
Our Bloods, dude.
10 straight they've won.
We were down big time.
I know,
Did you
dude.
that?
First quarter.
Against the Cats, mate.
Yeah, I know. The Premiers.
Cats.
Defending champs.
We've only lost one game this season.
Yeah. We're looking really good. We're going to flag up, I reckon. Which would be good because obviously our boy Dane Rampy, we need it. We need our boy to get a flag. But also we're friends with Tommy Paps. It's probably about time we start hitting Paps up for some fucking like Corby box or like.
Tommy Paps, dear friend. Dane Rampy, dear friend. We've had dear friends in the past who used to play the club.
Could you just go on to the Swans website and just look up what their robes are, if they're selling robes? Because, I mean, it's probably about time we get a bit more Swans merch.
Swannies robes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were first calling for them, we weren't in a financial position to purchase our own robes.
No, we weren't. Now
we could do it.
we just. God's be good.
Yes.
I mean, we did spend $1,000 on artisanal football.
Right, but that was an investment. That thing's now at least worth, what, $1,005, $1,010?
There's no way that thing's gone down in value. No. There's no way.
Especially if rugby fucking folds as a sport.
Great point.
I don't know what the value in
it becomes an heirloom.
But yes, I'm not
It becomes an heirloom. Simple as that.
Yep.
Now, any Swannies robes for a couple of fucking diehard Bloods fans?
When you say robe,
basically like I'd call him a dressing gown.
Like what Hugh Hefner used to wear.
And Dane Rampy, more specifically, when he was very early on in his career. And it was like, oh, who's this absolute fucking 10 out of 10 in a robe in the sheds after the game?
Mr. Fuckable.
can't find any robes at the moment.
But fuck, mate. I'm just happy. I'm just proud of the boys, really. We should get to another game. We obviously would have gone to all of them, but we've just been busy.
We've been flat out.
Who are they playing this week, Tobler? I just haven't had a chance. I just fucking forgot.
They have got Adelaide Crows.
In?
Adelaide.
I won't be getting there, but I'll be watching it.
Then we've got the Giants next week.
Oh.
Got the Giants.
Where at?
Out at...
Yuck.
Nah.
When are we at home again?
29th of June against Freo.
Dockers, 29th.
We're not here. We're away.
North Melbourne at 13th of July.
We'll beat the fuck out of North Melbourne. North Melbourne are like last.
Yeah, they are. They are. They've only won one game.
Which was on the weekend, I believe.
We don't mind going to the SCG when they hump, though.
True.
We went to the Hawks last. Was it Hawks? No.
Eagles.
Eagles. Up the Bloods.
Up the Bloods.
Wouldn't mind another flag. It's been a while.
Yeah. The other thing I just wanted to touch on before we go, or before we dribble, that is, just shout out to the boys at the T20 Cricket World Cup. 2 from 2, I think.
Oman and
England.
Easy.
Yeah.
We're just rolling, mate.
Yep.
We're just rolling.
Would
be if this is all the Infinity Stones if we win this.
But we've already won this.
At the same time, we'd hold them all.
Oh, yeah, right. This is what I wanted. John Cena, because this is in America, this T20 World Cup. Not on KO, unfortunately. But Big Show Glenn Maxwell doing the John Cena, you can't see me. Cena shares it. This is what it's all about. This is how you grow the game. This is why you go to America. I bet you the Big Show's been asked to do it. Can I give you a conspiracy theory? Because the US beat Pakistan.
Did they? That seems a little interesting.
And like to the point where like Barstool and shit are writing about it. Like it went mainstream over there.
What are you suggesting?
What do you think? I mean, obviously, I'm just again conspiracy. My tinfoil hat's back there, but like,
are you suggesting a setup?
Well, like, how do we
get
get some coverage here? Pakistan, like, they've never been opposed in their
history to
little fucking brown paper,
grazing,
a brown paper bag, allegedly.
That's alleged.
But
you're suggesting that there may have been some US cash.
Well, awesome, just some ICC cash. That's a joke, ICC. Don't shit down my throat, Masood style. But, what's good for the game here when we're in the US, we're trying to grow cricket, it's to have an upset over, like it's not believable probably for them to beat India. It's not believable for them to beat Australia. It's not believable for them to beat England. No,
big
of course.
Bribes guys.
We're not bribes guys
Unless we
either.
get them in casinos. Give you weather reports.
Yeah. But Pakistan, sure.
Yeah, listen. Who can we bribe? Allegedly. Not suggesting anything.
No, but that's tinfoil hat.
All you're doing is pointing out that America, who no one even thought played cricket, just beat Pakistan, who are pretty good.
Yeah. Were they in a T20 World Cup final?
I think they might have been
in Australia.
Did they lose to
India?
Did they lose to England last time? I think they were in the final last time.
They're in the semi, at the least. India might have lost to England.
I feel like Pakistan did. In the 2022 ICC.
In Australia?
In Australia.
Jeez, you'd think he's fucking writing a dissertation on it right now. Just
crazy. ICC T20 World.
Yeah, England beat Pakistan.
There you go. It's all up here.
Yeah.
It's all up here.
If only had access
all up
to your
here.
brain.
It's all up here. So what we're suggesting is the team that made the final last year lost to America, and the reason for that may be
conspiratorial.
And if you were to go down that garden path, you might find some people with their hands open getting past cash.
Yeah.
That's not what we're saying.
You might not like what you see.
We're not saying that.
Don't open that door, punters and dribbles, because it might rock you.
We're not saying that at all. Nor are we suggesting it. We're merely saying, imagine if.
Yeah, X-Files sort of stuff. Goosebumps. That's what we're saying.
That's all we're saying. And that's it.
That's it.
In other sports that aren't rugby league.
Things that aren't rugby league. Things that wish they were rugby league, but aren't.
Things that absolutely, like, were just begging to be rugby league, but can't be because they aren't.
Yeah, they're not.
Golden Girl, Ariane Titmus.
Oh, a pubic hair off a world record.
Back in the pool last night, the 400-metre Boxall's girl.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. She's Boxall's star.
Boxall is Ariane's trainer.
Correct. I did rephrase that. I want that on the public record.
Yep.
She goes out there and is a fucking pubic hair off the world record in a trial 6 weeks out from
her own world record, mind you.
6 weeks out from the games. She's going over there and pound that fucking thing into the core of the earth.
She's going to roll up Paris into a baguette and just fucking.
Our girls are primed. You can already tell our girls are primed.
Yeah.
They are absolutely primed to an inch of their life to bring back gold for the nation.
Has Cody Walker qualified?
No, he's not. I don't think he's in the mix at all.
At all?
He's mixless. I believe he is completely and utterly mixless.
Out of the mix?
There is concern, Tom. There is some concern. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this.
What?
But our boy, friend of the show, Rowan Browning.
What?
Had a very injury-interrupted preparation. He got third the other day at the Nationals.
Hasn't he already qualified?
Not yet. He's got to go over to Europe and get some more points, I think, to guarantee his spot. I don't think he's there home and hosed yet.
Fuck.
Which is not great.
That's not great at all.
And losing his Nash tight.
Did he lose the Nash tight?
He lost the Nash tight.
To who?
Summer, who the fuck are you?
I tell you who's going to be winning fucking medals at the next Olympics. Gout.
You reckon Gout's going to win?
Gout ran 10.26, 17 years old.
Still work to be done.
Yeah, of course there is, but he's 17.
There's work to be done.
He's 17.
Doesn't matter.
What's the average age of an Olympic gold medalist?
Mate, what was Jack Hales running? He ran quicker than that when he was 16.
Don't know if that's true or not.
I think he did.
I don't know if it's true or
Look
not.
that up.
Where's Jack though? But what?
You remember Jack Hales?
No, I remember Jack Hales. What's like? How old was Usain when he won his first gold? How old? Like, what's the men's 100-meter final? So, what's the average age?
I think you've got to look at it more like this. Just go. Where does 10.22 get you globally if you're 17? That's how you'd look at it. And what percentage of those people went on and did anything?
No, but I also want to know what the age is when you peak as an athlete, right? Because development is also
sprinting. Oh, it'd be 24. Yeah, something like that. Yep.
So he's got
plenty of time.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm not getting my knickers in a knot over a 10.22. That's all I'm saying.
But like, there's a lot of knickers getting knotted in the nation's sprinting circles about gout. Right?
So there are knickers getting knotted.
No, dude, people's knickers are knotting over gout.
I want to. Can we get some answers, please? Where was Jack Hales?
He has definitely been doing
10.13 in 2014 at 16. 10.13.
Was that wind assisted though?
It was in Adelaide, but it wasn't like recognised
because it was wind
officially.
Assisted. Must have been wind assisted.
So stricken from the record. Gout's still respectable.
Was his wind assisted?
I don't believe so, but
Jack Hales was wind assisted.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew it. Again, it's up here.
Yeah. You're having an off day though, dude. Just with the time wise of googling, Tob.
You're just throwing at me.
What else did we ask for?
The last T20 World Cup finalist wasn't a tough one. In fairness,
no, that wasn't. That was just fucking.
Jack Hales one, maybe.
Jack Hales one. To be fair, he actually turned around quicker than he. Given his history with the T20 World Cup.
He did Jack Hales well.
Yeah, that was all right.
Cody
And
Simpson
credit where credit's due.
will try and qualify this week.
Okay, so he's not out.
No, he'll try and qualify this week. But he'll have to do a lot to get there.
There's a lot to get there.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
And then he'll retire when he doesn't make it, I would assume.
Good bounce back, Tobler. And then the final question, where does 10.22 rank for 17-year-olds this year?
Whoa.
I want Cody to be there so bad because he just takes all the pressure off our swimmers because everyone's talking about Cody.
Yeah.
Pick him as a deflection.
Yes. A human shield. But you can't just pick, you got to qual.
Oh, you got to qual. You've got to qual.
You have to qual.
I enjoyed watching the trials last night.
I did not watch a single trial. Because I got a message from a friend of the show and he was like, Jesus Christ, Thorpe's in the tightest shirt of all time. And I was like, what the fuck's he talking about? What's Thorpe doing?
Love Thorpe. Love our mate.
10.22 wouldn't even rank in the top 200 this year.
There you go.
So Gout, what's the knicker knot?
What's
the knicker knotting for?
10.22 is not quick.
What's the knicker knotting for?
I couldn't tell you. Knickers have been knotted before. Jack Hales was going to win Olympic gold.
I never believed that. He was white.
Exactly. And I think, unfortunately, when it comes to sprinting, us white boys don't cut it.
No, we don't.
I think there's only been one white boy that's gone sub 10. Could be wrong.
No, that's
Frenchman, Lemaitre.
Yeah, we've covered that on this show. Maybe 10,000 times.
Listen, is there anything wrong with going over it again?
God, no. Absolutely not. I guess the knicker knotting for Gout in Australian circles is that he's not white.
So
That's probably the excitement.
He's
Everyone's like, fuck, this kid could be anything.
this could. He's got the pedigree.
He's got one very important factor out of the way, which is whiteness. which is going to suck you up.
We would need to now. A lot of the best sprinters in the world historically have been descendants of West Africans, specifically. That part of the world is what I've been led to believe. Now, if Gaut can trace his lineage back there,
Gaut's Sudanese.
Where is that? West Africa?
I don't know.
I don't know.
South Sudan.
That doesn't sound west.
Because
Sudan,
it's
West
all about
Sudan.
those fast twitch fibers, baby. If Gaut's got them,
Then we
then
could be
now
onto
we
one.
start to
Now we
start
start
to
to
believe.
knot the knickers.
Now I'm prepared to not,
Yeah.
but it's all pedigree.
Yeah.
South Sudan's like Central Africa.
Is that good enough? I don't know. Sprint like fans reach out.
Aficionados.
But you're suggesting that the great Patrick Johnson's Australian record, 993, I believe, Tom, could be in trouble.
Australian.
Yeah.
That's 993, is it?
Patrick Johnson.
Yes.
993, I believe, in Japan.
Not to be mistaken for P. Johnson Taylors.
In Paddington, no.
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 Not just in Paddington either. I think they're international now.
Is that right?
Yep.
Is that right? I believe the husband of Tamsin, the interior designer?
Correct. Friends with my sister, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Yeah, I believe Patrick Johnson did run a 993 somewhere around
Not
there.
the Taylor.
In Japan, although Matt Shervington is of the opinion that there might have been a bit of wind circling.
Well, that's because I think also Matt Shervington, and we're of the opinion that if he didn't have such a gigantic dick, he would be the fastest white man that ever lived.
Well, not necessarily, perhaps not the fastest, but definitely
No.
the first recorded white man to go sub 10, which would have been quite
He would
the feat.
definitely be the fastest white man who ever lived.
No, because I think Lamarche's run like a low 9.
Right, but he didn't have a dick the size of Matt Shervington.
So you're saying without the penis, he would have run like a 950 or something?
Yeah, or an 8 maybe. 8 flat.
An 8 flat?
Yeah.
That's quick.
Yeah, that's quick.
Good point. Great point.
The thing was fucking huge.
It was huge. Was Patrick Johnson 1993?
9.93 in 03 in Japan.
I mean, at this point, it's just
It's-
sickening, isn't
yeah,
it? We don't
it's-
even need Tobler.
No, we
We
don't.
don't even need him.
No.
Don't even need
Bring
him.
back to your...
Take it away, bro.
Dave, I was calling still in the official 48-hour salty bitch period. New South Wales fan talking about the send-off. The one that I'm comparing it to in my brain is the Latrell Mitchell and Joey Manu right at the end of the 2021 season, about August 2021. Latrell comes in very forceful and aggressive and with intent, breaks Manu's face. And the similarities here are important time of the year, going in the finals. They both end up basically being ruled out of the rest of the season, the whole finals campaign. Most importantly, though, Ashley Klein barely sees it in the first instance and then sends Latrell for 10, basically forced to, because, you know, Joey Manu complained enough. And I'm just thinking, you know, just putting that up against Joey, didn't have that intent. Anyway, that's just the one that sticks out in my mind as a comparative point. See you soon. Bye.
I actually, when that happened with Latrell, I also thought that was unfair because he missed the rest of the season with that, didn't he? Like he missed the South
he got
Grand
like
final.
8 or 9 games.
Like I thought that one was like, again, it was like, you know, it was an accident. It happened. Everything happened really quickly. Like it wasn't to me. And again, I'd have to go and see the footage again. But I remember at the time being like, shit, I didn't think it was that.
So
I didn't think it was intentional.
But so he got 9 weeks for that.
Yeah.
And Joey got 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're basically implying that Joey's is a lot better.
Yeah. Which I don't think is the case. But I don't think that Latrell deserved to get as many weeks as he did for that hit on Manu. He shouldn't have missed the grand final for it. Fucking insane.
Interesting. But again, his point is Ashley Klein gave him 10.
Yeah, well, Ashley Klein
doesn't send him off.
Ashley Klein is not the best referee for any big game.
Bring back Adam G. No one knows what he looks like. No one knows what he looks like.
Tom, Eddie, Tote Bag and Toddler. Hope you're all well, boys. I'm just listening to the most recent podcast, Hot on Hot Crime, And it got me thinking, we're talking about the national anthem here, obviously, whatever his name, busking cunt, ruined it. Got me thinking, would you like to see Waltzing Matilda be played at maybe like a half-time or something like that? I would really enjoy a 50,000-seated stadium just going absolutely ham to Waltzing Matilda. Let me know what you think. Sharks forever, Manly never. See you soon.
Listen, firstly, shout out to Busky Cunt. I actually feel bad for him on some level because it seemed like everyone hated his performance. But he can sing.
Some people liked it.
Some, but basically everyone. But, like, the guy can sing very well. So there was no impugning his ability to sing. It was just more that, like, the anthem isn't a song to do a cover of. You just sing it and we're good. But they used to do Waltzing Matilda all the time at the Wallabies game. That was fucking awesome. But then, like, there was something about they weren't allowed to do it anymore because they thought it was like an unfair advantage thing. But then it was like, what the fuck's the haka?
We've heard a couple of different...
Have we discussed this?
Well, I don't know if we've discussed it or not. We've heard different opinions on this. I have heard that John Williamson stopped doing it because he wanted too much cheddar.
Oh,
I've heard that.
I've
also heard that it was considered an unfair advantage for us to sing Waltzing Matilda at the start of the game. I suppose...
So, like, get everyone up and about.
Yeah. But then what's the haka doing?
Yeah.
You know? That's what I would say to that. Would I sing Waltzing Matilda at halftime? Yes, I would. I'd also sing I Am, You Are, We Are Australia.
Well, that should be the anthem. I Am, You Are, We Are Australian should be our national anthem.
I'd be singing that with
That's
gusto.
a fucking
I'd be singing that
cracker.
with gusto.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But I don't think you want to have that at halftime. I also think maybe at Origin, that song unites everyone too much. I know the anthem does as well, but like the anthem's a bit more national pride.
You couldn't sing it at Origin. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just taking this yarn for a walk, right? I mean, if it was matters of the nation, then yeah, we need more get up and go sort of anthems going on. But you couldn't sing it at Origin because what, we're all going to sing it together, like a kumbaya.
I mean, again, you do have the national anthem because that's what that is, but because we are all one nation. Not one nation, you get what I'm saying. But
One Nation, yeah.
Not one nation, the party.
Not Pauline.
Not Pauline Hanson.
She's still doing the damn thing? She's still One Nationing?
I don't know, dude.
I haven't heard from Pauline in a long time.
Neither have I. Is Pauline still a name getting around? Like a young kid's getting called Pauline here, or do we think it's...
Did Pauline go to prison? Or have I lost my mind?
I think she might have done time. Hard time.
I haven't heard from Pauline in a long time. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know if it's got anything to do with anything, but
Yeah, she did.
What for?
Electoral fraud. But her convictions were later overturned.
How long was she in there for?
11 weeks.
Fuck, and it was overturned.
She was found guilty and then went to jail for 11 weeks and then overturned it.
Jesus, that's fucking hectic.
Also, on Waltzing Matilda, the company that owns the trademark were pushing for... they were trying to strengthen their hold on the trademark because they were going to develop it into a film. But then I think that prevented... It meant that John Williamson was going to have to pay if he wanted to perform it because they had the trademark
What
rights.
piece of
And he was
shit
like, I'd
owns a
rather go to
trademark on
jail
that?
than
Yeah.
pay to play that song.
That's a national song. You can go.
he'd rather
fuck
go to
yourself.
jail than pay to play that song, right? So that makes a lot of sense. And I was just regurgitating whispers re John Williamson. I don't want to impugn his work.
Why wouldn't? I mean, if he really wanted to go to jail, he should have just played it and refused to pay, and you go to prison.
You probably wouldn't. You know what I mean?
What if you just kept doing it?
Well, maybe. I fucking hate these corporate fat cats just trying to ruin everything for coin.
Yeah. Like owning the rights to Waltzing Matilda is psycho.
It's wrong. The government should buy that back.
Yeah, they should. Let's keep dribbling.
Tom, Eddie, how are we, boys?
Great.
Tommy, just sit back now because I've just got to have a quick discussion with my good mate, Edward.
All right, I'll take
Eddie,
five.
we're mates, right? Like, you don't know who the fuck I am, but we're mates, right? Like, I listen to you guys all the time and, you know, we're good mates. Something's come into your game recently that I need to address, and it's really shitting me. I'm never going to stop listening. Don't worry about that. But you've recently, over the last month, 2 months maybe, all the time when you're in conversations, you go fucking, and you talk like this. I can't do it as good as you because I don't fucking do it all the time. It's just starting to. It was so funny at the start. It's just starting to annoy the shit out of me. I don't know if other guys feel the same, but your other mates, I don't know if they feel the same way. But as a mate, I just wanted to tell you that it's annoying the shit out of me.
Fuck.
And I know what you're going to do. You're going to respond to this by doing it.
Yeah, I am. It's going to go through the fucking roof now.
Eminem in 8 Mile, standing here and saying what you're going to do before you do it, so you can't actually do it, and you're going to choke on the mic.
Nah, you'd already been doing it.
So I dare you to try it, bro. But yeah, just public service announcement. Please stop. Just please try and get out of your game. Thanks, please.
Dude, I've never been happier to have been told to, like, take a seat. He really just fucking told us what to do there. He's coming and he goes, oh, you just sit down, Tom. I'm like, righto, fucking I'll sit down.
He did.
And then he comes and
he's like, mate, we're mates. We're obviously not. And he's trying to tell me to stop
yeah,
which isn't going to happen.
No, that
because I
won't
do
happen.
it all the fucking time.
Yeah, he does. He does do it. Listen, we all do it. You've got me doing it.
It's addictive. And there's always a perfect time to do one.
Yeah.
And if you can get one in while the getting's good, it's good for the soul.
That's
and I
it.
suggest this guy, he tries it out.
Yeah.
If you can get the timing so sweet on it, it'll change your life.
Because it's disrespectful usually when it's done right.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful in the sense that, like, it's done when it's done effectively. It's disregarding what you've just said.
This guy doesn't get it. That's
he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it, and that's okay. But then you can also do it too much, like anything. You can fuck it up, but
you can fuck it up. You can definitely fuck it up. You can do it too much, and the perfect amount is how I've been doing it. You've now forced me into a position where I have to do it way too much, but I'm going to do it despite you, sir.
Because I don't even know. Had you done it this podcast?
No, I hadn't.
I don't think you'd done it.
I hadn't done it because the timing wasn't right.
Yeah.
But now that you know what I mean.
Now it's
just about pissing this guy off.
Yeah. Just quickly before I forget, you know what tomorrow is, don't you?
The 9th?
No, it's the 12th.
Is it?
Mm. But do you know what that means?
No. Oh, yes.
Oh, what is it?
The plants come back. Someone's going to drop them back off.
Yep. Someone's going to drop those plants back.
Yep.
Someone's going to drop those plants back. And if they don't...
Whoever took them,
yep,
he's going to drop them back.
And if they don't, then it is...
Then bet's void.
It is time to dye the hair.
Bet's void.
So you've got until the end of the day. We have an important meeting next week, which...
may push back the dyeing.
No, it will push it back because...
Well, no, it may because the plants might turn up.
No, if the plants turn up between tomorrow and next Wednesday...
No, as in if they turn up tomorrow after this is recorded...
Yeah, sure.
Won't happen.
Sure. But I'd assume that won't be happening, but
Right,
I
'cause you
will
killed
be... I fucking had nothing to do with these plants, mate.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. That's all right. The reality is, and the reason your hair is going to be dyed is because you fucked up by leaving them on the street. You neglected those plants, and if you had treated them with the care and the fucking respect they deserved, then they'd still be here. They wouldn't have been left out on the street late at night. So
you boys chipping in the 500 to buy them again or what? Tobler and that?
Why would we? We didn't do anything.
Okay. But you're going to do that? You're going to do the right thing?
he sounds guilty when he speaks. That's
Of course
the
he
only problem.
does. He's the worst liar
No,
of
but
all
I'm just-
time.
I could say anything
You're
right
all
now and it
horrific.
wouldn't
You're
matter.
actually... Tom's the
It
best
wouldn't make a
liar out of all you.
difference.
The rest of you suck.
I didn't.
Awful.
I've got the truth on myself. You're not lying. When you got the truth inside, you got nothing to worry about.
Tobler's the worst. It's not even close.
I know, I just find this situation so funny, and that's why I get a shit-eating grin on my face whenever it comes up.
You're just
Because
not
it's hilarious.
Even talking
you're too
now, though, I don't.
sweet.
Yeah, I don't.
You're too cute.
No.
Your soul is too pure, and it doesn't allow you to lie well.
No, he can't lie well.
It is what it is. I just hope
But I'm
you
not
know
lying.
that.
Even just the way, like, I believe him, well, at least I believe myself. And I believe, like, the way everyone else is speaking seems truthful. But there's something about the way Tobler speaks.
Cody's
where
an
I'm
all
like,
right lighter. Felix is, he's okay. But Tobler's just, it's just not even fair how bad lying you are. And I just want you to remember that as you move through life.
Yeah, to not lie because everyone will.
Because everyone knows that you are so fucking shit at it.
Yeah.
Listen,
One more dribble.
Yeah. They
Let's
might
go.
turn up. We've got a meeting soon, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm saying one more.
Okay.
Tom, Eddie, Tobler. everyone else who's fucking there right now. Curry Dribbler here, first time caller, long time listener. Had a bit of a scat weekend, eh? Fucking 21st into going out in the town afterwards. Ended up with a bit of a walk home, bit of a long journey. Ended up working out to be about 12 Ks.
Oh.
Fucking 3.5 hours later. What a bung knee with the torn ACL I done a couple of months ago. Just want to find out, what's the longest walk home you boys have had after a night out on the town? Thank you. Bye.
That's a huge walk.
12 Ks is massive, bro.
On a bung MCO.
The longest that I almost ever had, I don't know if I've spun this on the podcast before. We went to Hawaii, me and my wife, many years ago. This is in 2015.
You have told the story, but ages ago.
And we went up, we were staying on the North Shore, and this is back when we had no fucking money, so we like get the bus everywhere, right? We got the bus up to Turtle Bay for the day, and we got on the piss big time. We were necking like margaritas like they're going out of the fashion. Anyway, ended up blind. I've checked my phone, been like, oh, this is the number of the bus to get home. We hop on it, and obviously buses go two directions. They can have the same number, but they can go, back to thing or back to the...
Yeah.
So we'll
Buses
hop on
go
it.
both ways.
We're the only ones on the bus. We're having a great time. We're yipping, we're yahoo, and we're just having a laugh. And then I realised we've been on a bus for ages, and we're like just driving through like basically blackness. And I'm like, mate, were we going back to North Shore? He's like, no, we're going the other way. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm starting to panic. Can you drop us back? Nah, mate. I'll just drop out here and then the next bus might come. We jump out in the middle of fucking nowhere on the North Shore. It's like, I don't know, 12 at night. There's no cabs around. Got no fucking service on my phone. This is before Ubers. Can't call anyone. And we wait for the bus. We wait like 40 minutes. The bus never comes on the predetermined time. So I'm like, we're gonna have to start walking now. She's like wigging the fuck out. We're walking through the paddocks and shit along the road, but it's through paddocks literally. I'm starting to try and wave people down because I've checked my phone. The walk's going to be like 4 hours back to the fucking resort. It was that would have been the longest walk of all time. We're walking for an hour. The bus comes past eventually. I try to wave it down. He just fucks off.
He just keeps going.
Oh my God.
I said to Elle, I've checked my phone. I'm just trying to keep it calm. I'm like, I reckon this could be a long way. I don't know for sure, but I actually do. I reckon we should start waving down some cars. As I'm waving them down, she'd run into the fields because she thought we were going to get abducted. I'm like, you need to stop watching so much crime. Either we fucking get a lift or we're fucking walking all night. Take your pick. We'll get back at 4 in the fucking morning, and that's just back to the resort. We can't even get back home. It was a fucking shit show. Anyway, luckily these blokes who saw us walking through what was like a shrimp sort of shop. There was 4 shrimp sort of trucks lined up, and we're walking through there, and they rip and they go, "What are you boys doing? What are you doing out here? Walking in the dark in the middle of the night?" I'm like, we fucked up. Can you give us a lift home? Eventually I persuade Ella to hop in, and they saved our lives. They didn't save our lives, they saved our time. Point of the story is,
that's a long.
I was an hour and a half into a walk. I don't know how many Ks we did. We probably did 5 or 6 Ks, I reckon. But we had many more to go. So that's my longest.
Well, fuck, I walked from the Cross to Vaucluse.
That's a long way.
Yeah, it's a long way. But I mean,
that's got to be 8.
It was long.
It's got to be 8.
I was drunk. And the rest.
That's 2 hours on foot minimum.
Yep.
Probably 2.5.
I think I ended up going barefoot as well after a portion of the way because I was wearing it was in my loafer era.
This is when you couldn't get a cab?
I couldn't afford a cab, yeah.
You couldn't get them anyway.
Well, there was certainly that time of night.
They never went that way, the cunts.
That time of night was fucking... But if you said I'm going to Vaucluse, they'd be like, yeah, hell yeah. Because they're getting that Skrilla.
True.
Anyway.
Is that us?
That's us, bro. That's us.
All right.
Love yous. Live stream, Sunday, Mad Dragon.
2 p.m.
2 p.m, Manly, defeat the Dragons. Ciao.
Bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?